Sorry, I'm so late today. I did not feel good. Here's my boy. You guys can look at him while I get ready for the day and stuff. Let me check my internet connection. That should be connected, guys. Yeah, you guys can look at my dog there while I get ready for the day. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for being late, guys. I feel awful. I'm still dealing with a lot right now, so please bear with that. Oh gosh, I love you, Shando. You tell him. Yeah, he's resting. He gets very quiet and very still when it's like when I'm dealing with the cramps and that time of the month. He's always so still and so contemplative, like he's concerned. He seems concerned for me. Right, Daddy? Are you concerned? Because I'm on my period. Is that the reason? Is that the reason why you're so quiet? I know. Because you're a sweetheart. Yes. Yes, you are. Okay, I gotta get something else here. Motherfucker. Okay. Well. Things never. These were probably designed by women. Would be a lot better. I don't care about women's hygiene products. So, like, I'm gonna design them. It's only for lucrative purposes. They're not gonna be designed quite as nicely, quite as efficiently. Yep, so it is. I'm telling you, women should be designing more feminine hygiene products. And we should obliterate the pink tax. That's as feminist as I'm ever going to get. Because I'm not feminist, but I think they should obliterate the pink tax and women should be designing hygiene products for women. That's what I think. Okay. Don't seem like too much to ask. Hi there, guys. Hi. I know, guys, I was very late today. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with cramps and stuff, and I could not sleep, and I am very sleep deprived. I've only had like a couple hours every other night. I'll be right back. I'm just getting ready for the day, as you can probably guess. Just find something comfortable to wear. That can be a dilemma from time to time. But we're good. Oh my god. Shando, you're a good boy. He always seems super concerned, like, see, contemplative when I'm dealing with some pain, like this type of pain. Yeah, he doesn't understand. He thinks Mama's got a boo-boo. Yeah, I know. Mama's okay, buddy. Mama's healthy. Woohoo! Well, at least I'm not like feeling too bloated anymore. Gotta find something to wear though, something comfortable. Here we go. Alright. Coffee time. And I'm like super thirsty. Hi guys. Hi. Hello. I am Count Olaf. Hey guys. Yeah, well, he he loves to snooze around. Yeah, you're drowsy. You're a dozer. You're a dozing dog. Yes, you are. Oh, honey, they're not they're it's nothing to be all up in arms about, Candle. You're not gonna be, well, you might be a little famous, but everybody loves you. You're the star. You're the star of the show. Let me get my light, my little light or something. I know I have that somewhere. What the heck? Where are my little lights for this thing? Water. Move you guys over here. Okay, I know it's somewhere. My little pink light, either that one or my ring. Oh, here's the ring light. Hopefully that's got some battery in it. I'm not really quite sure if it's all charged up like the other one. I know the other one is somewhere around here and it is charged up. Where did I put it? Where did I put it, buddy? I'll see it. I'll find it. It's just like no room around here to put things, so I have like, so stuff just gets all mixed up. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh my, that was bright. Right in my eye there. Yeesh. How's everyone? Yes, please like and subscribe. Yeah, well, welcome to my channel, guys. Oh geez, Ambrose was the first one here. Guys, Ambrose constantly, like ever since I started my channel, ever since I started live streaming like 3 weeks ago, he's been coming on. Oops, sorry. And every time he does, he says the same damn thing. He says, "Holy Dance Oriental" or something like that. And it's like, I just ignore him. He's the comic relief. He's the comic relief at this point, guys. That was suggested by someone else. He could just, he's practically comic relief at this point. So we don't need to go crazy. We can just, Oh boy. Hi. Oh, thank you, OG Teddy. And they want me to dance like Shakira. Ain't that funny? Sorry. Hi, Scotland's such a beautiful place. Hi, Fastbuck, welcome. Hi, Rewind. Today I feel a little bit better. I mean, just, well, not much different. Just the kind of a dull, aching, cramping today with occasional bouts of pangs. I just need to drink more water, dude. I forget to drink more water on my period. It's important. I don't even have my coffee. Did I drink that? Oh, no, I didn't. I must have my coffee. I know black coffee isn't like the best thing to have like during that time, but I just like that's one of my things I have to have in the morning. Oh well, fuck it. Okay. Oh, wake me up. Yeah. All right. Hey, hi, Harris. How's it going? Best joke. I know a hard time just telling jokes right on the spot like that, It has to come out naturally, excuse me. going good. It's going good. Well, right here, right now in Oregon, it is 2:30, way later than I anticipated. I really wanted to come here at 11 because there was someone here last night who said that they would be having their lunch break at that time and they they'd love to come to my channel just during their lunch break. And god damn it, I woke up at like 10:30 this morning and I just knew I wasn't gonna be able to make it. I I I don't know. I have this morning routine. If I don't, I don't know. I get really anxious. I have to take my morning bath that wakes me up. Have to make my coffee. Have to have my breakfast. Have to do all that crap. I have this Epsom salt that's like super, super, super nice. Let me show you. I'm not going to show you a brand or anything because I don't think, isn't that like a rule on YouTube? You're not supposed to like advertise brands unless given permission or like, I'm not like trying to advertise per se, but you're not allowed to show brands unless given permission, or so I thought. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure that certain labels have been caught in my music videos, but, food labels and stuff like that. But like, this stuff here, I love it. See, it's melatonin, lavender, and chamomile, and it really helps with aches, soreness, and muscle pain. It's perfect for what I'm dealing with now. And yeah, I just soaked in that, and it was really nice. They even have and you can get like 4 or 5 of them. Let's see. Yeah, 4 of them. You can get 4 of those big bags for like $20-something. And they have, body wash, the same thing, chamomile, lavender, melatonin. Yeah, that is the brand that I'm showing you right there, Ronald. That's the brand that I'm showing you. It's really good. Yeah, it's very good value and good quality, Oh, and you can get bubble bath. You can get their bubble bath too in the lavender, melatonin, chamomile. Oh, I'm so tempted now. I want to get the bubble bath. Oh yeah. Well, I'm just gonna. Here we go. Hey. Oh, good for you, Serge. Yeah, 2 weeks off heroin. You can do it, man. You're getting there. You're getting there. You're climbing up that hill and you're making it, man. 2 weeks, and once you get past 2 weeks off of heroin, you can absolutely make it. And granted, it's still early on. It can be difficult, so just be careful. Be careful, because that's where the boredom and the emotions and the stuff like that sits. And just be prepared, mentally prepared for what you're gonna have to deal with 2 weeks into recovering from heroin. I'll tell you, after I was clean for 2 weeks, I felt weak as a kitten, but I felt triumphant. I felt triumphant, like, if I can make it to this point, I can keep going. And I just kept going, and I felt stronger, better, faster, stronger. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Make peace with your feelings and emotions. That's very important. Make peace with your feelings and emotions, because sometimes it's like, it seems like we're always opposing them. We're always running from our feelings and emotions. And that's a big reason why we turn to heroin, is to run from our feelings. And it can be a dangerous time. So just be wary. And don't hesitate to come to my channel, because if anything, I'll be here to support you in your journey. I know what it's like.
Hey, Ryan, I've been free from opiates as of February 28th, 2023. You know, depression's something that I tend to get from time to time, but it seems like I deal more with anxiety, like really high anxiety. I don't feel depressed right now, like, but sometimes I feel stagnant. Sometimes I feel like I'm in limbo. I feel like, unless I'm making some difference in my life, unless I'm moving forward in some way, whether it be with my art, unless I'm making some type of dough so that I can get my own place and feel like a, self-sustaining individual, then I feel kind of depressed. And I know it's wrong to feel this way, but I feel it kind of useless. And so I try to make a difference or help wherever I can. And it's, I'll tell you what, it's really hard when people take it for granted. When, like, for instance, when I'm working, like, doing chores and stuff all day and people just mess it right up, that pisses, I mean, I don't get that. I don't get that. Why people would do that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was gonna do my little face. I just love this orange bottle vitamin C serum. Makes me love the color orange, and usually that's not like my favorite color per se, but it really, for me, it depends on the hue. I really like the color of amber. Oh no! I like the color amber, and I like the color of teal. I like bluish green, but with a little more blue in it. Dark teal. And I love red. I love ruby red, pinkish red, like magenta red. Actually, my favorite color is like cranberry reddish, like a sort of like a darker version of that. Isn't that pretty, guys? Isn't that a pretty color? Aren't these pretty makeup bags, guys? I got 3 of them. Look at these. Aren't they cute? I like the colorful one, actually. So glam. Yeah, I don't know which one I like more, but I'm actually kind of glad that I got a bunch of these things because my neighbor, I walked her dogs, and she actually gave me a huge box, like hundreds of dollars worth, and I mean hundreds of dollars worth of makeup and hair products, because she was like a beautician, or worked in a salon. So she gave me all this stuff, and fortunately I had a place to put it all. She gave me this makeup bag too. It's really cute. Isn't that cute? My favorite part of this makeup bag is the zipper. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It's like shiny. Isn't that cute? You know, this came with everything. These eyelashes. What was that? Oh, it's just nail polish. An empty stale bottle of nail polish that my mom gave me. Okay. It was like empty and stale when she gave it to me. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, you know what else I have? I have a bunch of anxiety toys. These paws. They come with these felt balls. These felt balls that make the paws soft like a kitten's paw. Gosh, why can't I get a grip on this thing now? Here. See, watch this. It's so satisfying. See, it's all fluffy. It's actually the most satisfying part about these things is how it just jiggles. Actually, I missed my little I had a little bunny rabbit, one of these that was just like jiggling. Okay, cool story, bro. Yeah, that kind of stimming stuff I tend to do, especially when I'm dealing with the cramps. I've never worn false eyelashes in my life, so I'm nervous. I'm not gonna wear these things until, or try them, that is. I don't know how those will look on me. They might not look good on me. I'm not sure, but I'll try them someday. When like for a special occasion. If I want to be a princess someday, I'll do it. Am I a Disney princess or a villain? A combination of both, my friend. Actually, I feel like I have something in common with like you know, some of those live action Disney villains that, you know, I get a remake. They get I don't know what's the word. I don't know, compassionate remake. Like I like Maleficent's character. I don't know who Drew Peacock is. I made a checklist on Notes app. Work out 1 hour, meditate 30 minutes, do this, do that, and it worked. Well, good for you, Narcan. I hope you're being sincere because you're pretty notorious, and I know, and you're the same person. Narcan, it's always the same name, Narcan this, Narcan that. Often you'll come by and tell people heroin's a good thing to do, and then you'll act normal the next minute. So, you're not fooling me. I sure hope I hope you're sincere, but seems a little strange, seems a little off, my friend. I do not want to get too behind here, just so you know, guys. I know that, like, my channel's growing, it's growing. Goodness, I mean, I already have, like, 65 people here watching. It's a lot more than what I usually have. It's like twice as much as what I usually have in a given... And it's only 22 minutes in, too. Yep. So, oh, thank you so much, Clint. Thank you for the 20, man. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, I just got monetized yesterday, by the way. I can't tell you how excited I am about that. But I do need some more prerequisites. Like, I need more viewing hours if I want to show ads on my videos and such. That'll be cool. I'd like to just do more art stuff too, you know, and eventually I'll make more channels. I'll add more channels. They'll just have their own category. You'll have art. You'll have just Shando shenanigans. Shando shenanigans. The Adventures of Anna and Shando, or Anne and Shando. Gosh. Sometimes Anna does flow off the tongue a little better because a lot of people call me Anna and I forget. But yeah, my name is Anne. It's Anne. That's me. Hey guys, you know what I found? I was looking for stuff and I found my a gift I got for my first Holy Communion when I was 7 years old. It's this thing. If you can see it, I'm not sure if you can actually see it here. You can't. Let me see if I can get this light here. It's a little yeah, that thing there. They spelled my name wrong. I'll always remember that. They absolutely spelled my name wrong here. It's Anne with an E. I might be able to fix that, but at the same time, I don't want to because I just want to leave it the way it is. Yeah, they spelled my name wrong, and it's for my first Holy Communion. It was at the most beautiful, most warm and inviting church too, St. Brigida's. It was the best Catholic Mass I've ever been to. I would love to go there again someday. But gosh, it's been so long. But oh gosh, they had apple trees all around the church, and I'll tell you one thing, like those apples were the most delicious, most refreshing. Like the memories of going to that particular Mass. They had beautiful white windows with the sunlight filtering through in the morning, and we'd go out after church and have donuts and coffee. And oh, I remember there was this boy I had a crush on. He had really big puppy dog eyes and a freckled face. He looked very Irish, you know. And yeah, I was just like, Yeah, around between the ages of like 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we used to go there a lot. Man, I miss that place. It just gave me such, it was such a warm place, and a good priest too. Good priest. It's just everything about it was so wonderful. Kind of rare because, you know, there's always, oftentimes there's always something you can pick out about a mass or a church like that you go to that you don't like as much, like oh, I don't know. I don't like the happy clappy, more avant-garde. I don't wouldn't even call it avant-garde. It's just like kind of lived out Catholic churches where I do not approve of people handing out the Eucharist to people in their palms. I think only the priest should be able to touch the Eucharist. That's what I think. I don't like the happy clappy kind of, you know, kind of songs that they choose at certain masses. It's just kind of makes you think that you're walking into a Foursquare or Protestant church instead of a Catholic church. Yeah, there's a lot of things, but St. Bridget's was perfect. I like Latin masses. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I like contemplative, just, you know, I like to be able to focus on my relationship with God and Mary, and I like to be able to focus and not think about how I look and how everyone else around me looks, and it just seems kind of vain to me. Yeah. Well, we read the Bible on my channel a lot, so and we'll do that today. It's very good. It's a very good thing to implement, because you know, by myself, I have a hard time getting into it. And I think, I almost feel like anytime I try to get closer to Christ, the devil tries to take me away from it. You know, he tries to like distract me with something else. It's always like there's a sense of resistance when there shouldn't be. When he's like, yeah. And God warns that. And in the Bible itself, that will happen. That'll happen. That's gonna happen. That's the devil's tactic. So I always say that I renounce Satan. I renounce that shit pile. I don't know. It says in the Bible there's only one mediator between God and man, and that's Jesus Christ, the righteous. So why are we using the priest as a mediator, or Father? It's kind of like how Jesus Christ appointed Saint Peter as the head of the church, like the Pope, and he anointed people to carry his message. That's why on this earth, it's like passing down from, it's, you know, they're passing along the message as humble servants. They're not people that we worship. That would be ridiculous. No one worships priests, man. They carry on the message through Christ's words. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, they're humble servants. They're just humble servants. That's all they are. They're humble servants of God. Like Saint Peter and the apostles. It's amazing how people just, you know, some people just insist, and I mean insist, on assuming that we worship idols when we don't. That's just ridiculous. That's dumb. In fact, if you look it up, just Google it. Do Catholics worship Mary? Do Catholics worship idols? You know what? You're going to come up with a perfect freaking answer that I can't even articulate as well as, you know. Let me show you. Let me show you what they say. Oh, do we not have any? Guess we're out of battery, aren't we? No? We're not. We're not. We're good. Oh, how? Oh, I love that stuff. Come on. Huh, is that not on or something? Well, I mean, that's on. A little charger there. Adapter. Okay, hurry up. Stand back up. What do you mean stand back up? Hi Marty. How are you doing? Yeah, hey Joseph, I'm a born again Christian too. Same. I was agnostic for like over a decade. Because I was basically shamed out of my religion by my ex-boyfriend. I mean, I used to invite him to mass with my family, and he used to say things like, "Oh, you know, there's such a warm presence here," and you know, like he'd compliment me and the church and everything else, and compliment my parents. He was obviously just trying to, you know, lure me in even further into his emotional trap. So later on, he starts. Oh, I cracked my back. He starts shaming me about my religion. He starts saying things like, "Oh, like why would a God ever let, you know, everyone suffer, and like that's just like shame on you for believing that," and you know, like blah 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 blah, just the typical basic bitch arguments, which don't hold any water. Don't hold any water on this, you know. The guy needs to read the Bible, you know, and he'd understand. Let's see. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Why is it doing that? Okay, so I'll find some legitimate answers here. Find out how much small canvases are sent to London. I want to get a few pieces. I'm not rich, but would like to get you to do some art for me. Oh, you know, well, if it's going to be an oil painting, my friend, it is going to be a little up there, even if it's a small painting. It's going to be a few hundred. If it's a small oil painting, it's still going to be a few $100s, but I need to figure out how to like produce prints. Maybe I could produce you a print, or I could do a watercolor for you. I could do an original watercolor piece, or get a print of it, but that's going to cost me money, and I would have to let you know how much it costs for me to get that printed, get prints of that stuff, because that's gonna account for something. But I would love to do that. I really don't know how much that's gonna cost. But it's kind of like, it's one of those things where we get everything together, and we evaluate every little piece that we're gonna throw in there, such as the cost of paints, the size of the painting, the hours it took to paint it. Those factors can actually either increase or decrease the price of it. Yeah, if we couldn't feel pain or discomfort, we would never suffer. Well, there's some people who can't feel pain or discomfort in this world. It's a very rare condition. And you know what? We need to feel pain to avoid getting ourselves killed. It's a, you know, it's an alert system. It's too bad that it's gotta be like that, but that's life. Let me see. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, we Catholics worship idols." Let me show you the perfect. Just Google it. Just Google it. You know, even the general consensus on that refutes your claim. Let me show you. Do Catholics, well, not Catholics, worship Mary? Oh yeah, first thing that comes. comes in there. No, you see? No, Catholics do not worship Mary. Official Catholic doctrine strictly reserves worship or adoration, latria, for God alone, the Trinity. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Ghost. Instead, Catholics venerate Mary, honoring her with great reverence, love, and devotion as the Mother of God. But she is considered a creature and a human, not a divine being. Okay, so veneration versus worship. Okay, that's the difference. Catholics distinguish between latria, worship of God, and dulia, honor given to saints, or hyperdulia, special honor given to Mary. Veneration means honoring the work God accomplished in her, not treating her as a god. It's honoring. Intercession. Prayers to Mary are not adoration, but requests for her intercession. Asking her to pray for them, similar to asking a friend on earth to pray for us, but with the belief that she is in heaven. Role of Mary. Catholics believe Mary brings people closer to her Son. Indeed. Catholics believe that Mary brings people closer to her Son, Jesus, and that her role as mother and advocate supports rather than distracts from the worship of Christ. Yep. Misconception. The belief that Catholics worship Mary is a misunderstanding of Catholic theology, which forbids the worship of anyone other than God. There you go. There's your lesson. Now, Mary is the mother of God. Mary should be honored. And to not honor her, I think, is also kind of sexist. And you know who else I do honor? Not kind of, I do honor. Mary Magdalene. She's kind of like us. We have more in common with Mary of Magdalene than we do with Mary, the Mother of God, you know? Man, no one knows what it's like to be the Mother of God. Like that, imagine that. Imagine an angel coming down to you and telling you you're going to be the Mother of God. Like, and then her having the courage and the faith to believe that. I mean, of course she'd probably have to believe it, considering it was like an apparition that came to her. And angels don't look the way we imagine them, by the way. Oh yeah, I mean, I respect anyone's religions if they don't agree, but I can express my faith without being shamed, hopefully. No, we do not worship Mary. And you insisting on that, even though I just educated you, just shows that you got a big ego. And you can't admit you're wrong. If I had $1 for every time I had to explain this to idiot Protestants, I'd have over $1 million, Anne. Yeah, and it's like you keep showing them the evidence, the proof and everything, and they just insist because they want to keep... You know what? It reminds me of hardcore leftists that, like, even though all those lies about Trump have been debunked, they just keep going on and spewing the same lies, you know? It's crazy to me. It's crazy. At least I was able to admit I was wrong about a few things, you know? It's actually kind of freeing, by the way. Being able to admit you're wrong about something, it's freeing. It's freeing. It doesn't hurt you. Oh, prostates. I'm not disrespecting Protestants at all. I'm just stating a fact. I'm stating that that's a misconception that they always spew out. That's just a fact. I'm referring to the disrespect that they show us by insisting that that something is, you know, but that we worship saints and Mary and stuff, and that's not true. You can't be propagating, you know, misinformation and lies without some type of criticism. You know, I have a lot of, you know, I have some Protestant friends and I respect them immensely. And I have Protestant friends who are, you know, smart and able to see that that those are misconceptions. Mm-hmm. No, I respect, you know, I'll be nice to people who are nice to me. You know, I'm kind to people who are kind to me. But I'll tell you one thing: if someone crosses the line, crosses my boundary, if someone shows me sheer disrespect, then they're gonna get it. Mark my words, they're gonna get exposed. I'll rip them to shreds. That's just a fact. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna come up and say to someone like, "You're wrong about everything," you know, like, you know, I'm not gonna be that rude, but you know, I have my own opinions, and some of them I do keep to myself, you know. Some of them I do keep to myself because I don't want to start a fight or a ruckus. You're well informed. We can only make things better if we can have civil conversations with each other. Exactly, PTS Demon. And welcome back. Yeah, Mary was not a divinity, and that's exactly what that said over there. We revere her. We you know, we revere her, and we ask her to pray for us just as we would ask anyone on this planet to pray for us. Same thing. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I mean, we've had some bad popes too, man. I do not always agree with the pope, by the way. We've had some pretty bad popes in our history. We've had evil popes in our history. You know? Religious leaders are not infallible. In fact, some of them are just taking advantage of their power, in my opinion. And God warns against those people in the Bible. God warns against false prophets and people like that. Yeah, there's a saint named Anne, yes. I am I'm named after Saint Anne, the mother of Mary. And for my confirmation, I chose Saint Maximilian Kolbe. He was a Catholic priest who died in a Auschwitz concentration camp. He died to save the life of a man who was condemned to the starvation bunker. When they tried to starve this guy, Saint Maximilian Kolbe, he just would not die. He was in there for a long time and he starved, no food. He would not die. So they injected him lethally and he died. I was 13 years old when I chose him as my confirmation saint because I was fascinated by his story and his courage. And that just, I felt like I had something in common with him because he's kind of like, he's 20th century, right? Later on in my adult life, I found out that he is the patron saint of eating disorders, drug addicts, and families. All things that pertain to me, to my life. And that tripped me out, man. That tripped me the hell out, man. I heard you, but mostly every Catholic I know pray to Mary, not Jesus. We don't pray to Mary and worship her. We pray, we ask her to pray for us. Like we would ask anyone on earth to pray for us. You're wrong, Jeff. Get it through your skull. You're wrong about that. I haven't heard about the last pope as much as I used to hear about Pope Francis. He was very pleasant. He was. I felt like he was more of like a Hollywood celebrity than the Pope. You know, he was all about appealing to the woke crowd. I mean, I approve of his message of like we shouldn't judge people and stuff, and you know, it's only up to God to judge people. But he did act like he loved the cameras a little too much for a pope. I think. I almost think like he put politics before religion even. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, who did I pick as my confirmation saint, Dawn? Saint Maximilian Kolbe. Did I take a load to the chin? You betcha, buddy. Have you never seen a chin dimple before? Yeah, I love all people, says Danny. Martelli. If people actually did some searching, they would learn about Fatima in Portugal, Lourdes in France. You know, Our Lady of Lourdes is my favorite, and I have a little statue I got it for my birthday when I was 7 years old, and I cannot find it. I know I have it around here somewhere. And you know what? She's got red glitter on the roses of her feet, because when I was a little kid, I put little glitter on those roses, and it's still there. And it looks like it was made that way originally. It's actually really a lot prettier with the glitter on her roses, you know. It gives it kind of a Dorothy Red Slippers sort of vibe. But but I love that apparition. She was my favorite apparition of Mary since I was a little kid. That's why I got her for my birthday. I was like 7. I was literally 7 years old when I got that. I don't trust anyone in power anymore, says Rewind. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard. It can be disillusioning, too. I mean, there have been a few things that Trump's done that I don't approve of either, you know? Namely, how he's handled the Epstein files and how he responded to Rob Reiner's death, like I've mentioned like over and over again. I chose Constantine as my confirmation saint, said Dawn. And spent the whole night playing video games related to him. And that's how I wrote my report on him. Interesting. That's fascinating, dude. Well, of course, religion has been used to, you know, as a political tool. And God has warned against that. In the Bible, he warned against that, against people who are going to use him as a way to control people, like politically, as a means to, you know, get what they want. You know, people take advantage of religion, and they are not God's people. Those are not God's people. The people who take advantage of religion and hurt people through religion, they're not God's followers. They are not Christ's people. No friggin' way. Because God warns against those people too. That's why it's important to look into this. Like, that's why I really need to read the Bible more. I myself, you know, I'm kind of guilty of not reading the Bible enough. But when I do, I realize, yeah, all those things can be answered. Oh, thank you, Joseph. I don't mind my chin. I don't mind my chin very much, even if people make fun of it. It's okay. Constantine was from Serbia, huh? Founder of Christianity. I think Christ is the founder of Christianity. When he founded the church, meaning the original Catholic Church, upon the rock, aka Peter the Apostle. I'm not wearing any socks. Yeah. Well, of course, spiritualism and religion aren't the same thing. Yeah, he did not find Christianity. Yeah. Constantine did not find Christianity. Christ did. Christ and his apostles. Thank you. Yeah, this is one of my favorite colors. I like the color of cranberry. I like the color cranberry. He was born in Britain. Huh. Well, he's not part of the Epstein files. He didn't go to the island. I know that. You know why I know that? Because if Trump had gone to Epstein Island and done a bunch of shit, and he would have, you know, they would have impeached him for that a long time ago. Biden would have, you know, haha, gotcha, a long time ago. He would have exposed him a long time because there's so many things they were desperate to impeach him and expose him for, dude. Of all the things, they would have used that. But the thing is, Hollywood used to love Trump until he became president. They don't want to be exposed. A lot of those celebrities went to Epstein Island. Wouldn't surprise me if Oprah went there. We know the Clintons are super guilty. They don't want to be exposed. And Trump actually, like, before Epstein even became a thing, like was like national news or whatever about, before anyone knew about this stuff, like Trump was out there criticizing him and saying like what a weirdo he was, and that he's not, like, basically doesn't associate with him anymore. The only reason you see him in photos of him is because Trump was a socialite, because Trump's one of the richest men in the world, and they used to, you know, all the richest people used to get together from time to time. But that doesn't mean that he went out to his island and was buddy buddy. That was Clinton. That was the Clintons and other people. Like, you know, just because he's seen in a photo with him doesn't mean he's guilty. And honestly, I don't know. It's disappointing to see Michael Jackson in a few photos with Epstein, but at the same time, when I look at those photos, I mean, there's one photo with two redacted faces, young people or children. And then there's like this other woman who appears to be like his sister or something. And Michael Jackson's standing there, and he does not look very happy in the photo. He looks very uncomfortable, very tense. And Macaulay Culkin, the guy from Home Alone, has said again and again that Michael Jackson is innocent. He never touched him. He never did anything to him. Like, and he would stay over at his, like, Neverland mansion or whatever, theme park, and, you know, for days and days and days on end. So, you know, and also that whole documentary that they made where they tried to expose Michael Jackson as some pedo is there's a lot of, like, holes, and those guys are, it seems like they're doing that for lucrative purposes, not for justice. It's because they can get something out of it. And, you know, I think Michael Jackson was murdered because he was about to expose some of this stuff. Not only that, but you know what? He was about to purchase Marvel. That would have made him bigger than he already was. He would have, whoa, imagine if Michael Jackson purchased Marvel, guys. Gosh, I need to remember. I didn't know he beat up Tupac. I had no idea. Yeah, I heard Stephen Hawking was on the island, man. Can you believe that? There's proof of that. Oh, well, yeah. Look at the proof of who was actually on that island. Hawking was on that island. Yeah, Michael Jackson, he was, he just seemed like a very traumatized child. Like, he never got to have his childhood. So he liked to hang out with kids because, in an innocent way, I think, because he never got to have that. Yeah, it's so, you know, thinking about Stephen Hawking on Epstein Island is almost like, it almost sounds comedic, but the more you think about it, it's like, wow, why would he do that? You know, that he was such a revered, intelligent guy. It's amazing how some people like that, who have the world that they're on, you know, the world, they have the world, and yet they're gonna throw it all away by doing things that are just so depraved and so heinous. Yeah, he did not have a normal childhood. His father was super, super bad, super abusive. Baby. Mm-hmm. Yep, I've been recovered from heroin since February 28th, 2023. I was addicted for 6 years. So, the reason why I bring up the length of time that I was addicted is because some people say that after year 5 you're fudged. But let me tell you something, that doesn't have to be the case. It doesn't have to be the case, because I don't have any cravings for that stuff anymore. When I think about doing heroin, if I even entertain the idea, the very thought of it just makes me think of all the stuff I'm going to lose, all the progress I'm going to erase, all the people I'm going to disappoint, my dog as well. I can't do that. I cannot do that. No way, no how. Put a little bit of sunscreen on. It's good for you to remember your sunscreens. And remember to apply to the neck. We all often forget it. On Reddit, I once saw this image of a woman, and the caption was like, yeah, this old lady applied sunscreen to her face and never her neck. Her neck looked like 80 years old, and her face looked like 40. It was amazing. So remember your necks, ladies. Oh, I love the way this stuff feels. It's like super light. Super light. This stuff, I love it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't even imagine doing that to Shando. I can't even imagine. Shando gives me more joy than heroin ever did. Heroin was just an escapism. It was a way to numb me. I don't need to be numbed anymore. Because I know I got a future to look forward to. I have my painting. I have video games now. I wasn't playing video games for like decades practically. You know, when I was with my ex-boyfriend, I never got to play video games. I couldn't afford it, didn't have the time. I was the freaking breadwinner in that relationship, and I never had time for anything. Didn't have space for my own stuff. It was all him. You know, and like he'd play video games 24/7 when he wasn't like at school. But my gosh, you know, like now I'm playing video games and I'm realizing that, you know, this is one of those things that I've missed out on. Because when I was a kid, I really enjoyed it. That was something I got to enjoy as a kid. But as soon as I, you know, I mean, and a teenager, but as soon as I moved out of the house and lived with my ex, who's now my ex-boyfriend, you know, it's like he slowly but surely kind of ripped me from the things I love to do. He would even criticize me when I was painting. When I got into my painting, he would scream at me if I started painting a portrait of us together, like, and I didn't know he didn't want me to paint us, like, you know, and like that's not a real good guy to go out with. You know, a guy who loves me would, you know, if he saw me painting, he'd be encouraging it, not trying to bring me down, not trying to make me feel small. How long was I with my boyfriend? Like, well, he was my friend for a year. And then I started going out with him for, like, dating him. Let's see. Yeah, 5 years. 5 years. So, I was his girlfriend for 4 years. We were best friends for 1 year. Before that. I don't think I have a pimple. Where is it? Top left? Oh, who cares? I don't see it. I honestly, I haven't gotten much sleep this week. You're right about that. I guess you can tell, huh? Yeah, I haven't gotten much sleep in the past 5 days or so. I have a hard time falling asleep without weed. That's one thing, and the fact that I'm having period cramps makes it even more difficult. I mean, when I was an outpatient, they allowed me to smoke weed. I don't have anything against weed. It prevents drug dreams. It helps in a lot of ways with like food craving and all that. Thank you, Clint. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the $20. The 40. Thank you. I haven't slept since I woke up and found out that my whole life has been a lie. Huh. Well, how long has that been? Thank you, Joseph. The eyelids sell out, you lack of sleep. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. That's why I had to start this live stream much later than I anticipated. I told everyone last night I'd be here at like 11, but I had to create a post earlier today saying that I'm going to be here much later because I just could not. Man, I was so tired. Getting good sleep is important. Jeff said, I'm so proud of you. Honestly, I don't have experience like you, but I drank a few times and it's still hard. I'm still proud of you. Thank you. It is hard. I've been there too with the alcohol. I had a hard time with alcohol pretty much right after my best friend croaked, and I relapsed on the H2. And combining those things, the only time I ever OD'd was right after my best friend died, and I combined both the heroin and the alcohol. That stuff, that nearly killed me. Especially because, like, right before then I had taken like a month-long break from the heroin, or tried to. I didn't take a break. I tried to actually recover from it, but it didn't work out so well after my best friend died, and I went back to it and OD'd. Huh. Yeah, it's like we often replace our addictions with other addictions. Just make sure it's either a safer addiction, at least, like weed, or, and then maybe gradually try to take that easy. Or something healthier like painting or video games, or what can be an addiction? Exercise. Exercise, guys. I drink to numb myself because I want to forget. Yep, a lot of us do that, man. A lot of people have really hard jobs. A lot of people, like cops, you see them going to bars after work, just really, really slamming down those shots because it's, people's lives can just be full of trauma, and it's hard for them. And I feel for those people immensely. Seems like a hard place to escape, too. Because I want to forget, never touched or will touch anything like heroin or meth, etc. How do I get past this? Any advice is welcome. Well, you know what? It's hard to say. Like, when you stop drinking, do you go through withdrawal? Or if you're in a dangerous situation with the alcohol where if you stop, you start to endure withdrawal, you should go to a doctor or something, and they'll give you some medication that'll help you with that. Help you to get through those alcohol cravings. I forget exactly what the medication's called. I was prescribed one and it helped. But other than that, exercise, my friend. Exercise, get good sleep, hang out, find yourself in an environment that's healthy. Don't hang out with people who drink, too. I mean, I haven't, I wasn't an alcoholic for very long, so it's hard for me to say. When I endured alcohol withdrawal, though, I did endure alcohol withdrawal because of how much the volume that I drank, and it was so terrifying because I had no idea that that's what I was going through. I went to the doctor thinking that my brain was dying. And then they told me, yeah, you're going through alcohol withdrawal. And I was like, well, that explains it. Huh. Yeah, and I used to just get blackout drunk every night too, Shelby. It was super dangerous. I'd wake up in strange beds with strange people. I woke up to find that someone had actually shaved me, and it was really traumatizing. Scary. Someone actually took advantage of me like that. I mean, before all that, before my best friend died, or, I used to get a bottle of Jack Daniels just as like a security blanket sort of thing, and I'd keep it in my cabinet, and I wouldn't even touch it. But I mean, mostly because of my anorexia. I didn't want for my face to get big and bloated like a lot of alcoholics' faces do get. I was afraid that alcohol would make me fat at one point. And that's why I didn't drink. So I'd like every now and then I would drink though. So I once in a while I'd get a bottle of alcohol as like a security blanket just in case I wanted some. But it ultimately, if someone found the alcohol in the cabinet, it would end up going down someone else's gullet and not mine. Someone else would drink it. But with my heroin addiction, I felt, oh, I can drink and drink and drink and not really gain any weight. And it was like really unhealthy mentality I had. Very unhealthy mentality. And not the right reason to not either drink or not drink. The reason I shouldn't drink is because it's unhealthy and it's going to kill me. Because of how much, it's in my blood to be alcoholic. So I gotta not. There are a lot of alcoholics in my family. Dating back. But I think weed is fine. How did I recover from an OD? I was fortunate enough, I think that God was there. The first time I remember ODing, I had drunken an entire fifth of whiskey, Bullet Rye, the night before. Throughout the entire night, I drank an entire fifth of freaking alcohol. Big bottle. Immediately at noon that morning, I went to the bar with the intention of calling my dealer and getting a hit. It had been a month since I had last used. I had already gone cold turkey. I had been through all that, but my best friend had just croaked, and I needed those drugs now. So I went and called him. Well, I got to the bar where my best friend and I used to hang out, where all of our memories are. Or not all of our memories, but you know what I mean. Like, we hung out there a lot. And I called the dealer. He gave me my shot. I hid it in my pocket, went into the bar. I asked for my whiskey actually before I called my dealer. I had my whiskey and everything. I drank that, took the shot and went in there. I had been in there for 20 minutes. And I kid you not, guys. The bartender working there happened to be my friend that I hung out with. I didn't hang out with all the other bartenders there. Just that bartender was like my friend. We used to draw together. We used to go to other places and talk together, It was like, it wasn't just there too. Like, he just so happened to be working there. If it had been any other bartender, they wouldn't have taken notice. Because I just went into the bathroom like any other customer. But the thing is, he noticed when I went in there, he knew about my issues with the drugs. He knew that my best friend had just died. He knew about all the stuff that I've been dealing with. So when I went into that bathroom, he was watching. And he saw that I had been in there for 20 minutes. And when he saw that I had been in there for 20 minutes, he tried to break in and he couldn't. He called an ambulance. I woke up in an ambulance. That guy saved my life. I would have been dead. They found me in that bathroom on the freaking ground with it, or restroom, I mean, with the needle in my freaking arm. And I remember being really with it right before that. I remember thinking, I'm going to portion it out, like, because I knew I'd been clean for an entire, well, I mean, I got clean for a month, so I knew my tolerance was pretty low. So I tried to only put a tiny bit of it in my vein, and even though there was some heroin left in the needle, like I OD'd with that tough tiny amount. With the and I mean with on top of all that alcohol, anytime I OD'd, it was because it was combined with alcohol. Even though, you know, I'm not saying that that's the only way you can OD. Like heroin and fentanyl, like it's Russian roulette. But when your tolerance is really, really, the higher your tolerance, the harder it is. The thing is like if you're a heroin addict with that high of a tolerance, if you hear about a drug that has made someone else, so if you hear about a heroin that has made someone else OD, the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, it's gonna be better. It's gonna actually make me feel something. Actually, it's gonna make me feel high. It's gonna be a good high. If it's gonna kill someone, it's gonna be a good one. Like you see that as an addict, that's like a good thing. That is like, it's like too bad that someone OD'd on it or people are ODing on it, but like it's at least, you know, that's something that I want to take because it's gonna, you know, at least do something. Unlike every other hit that I've been taking because my tolerance has been so damn high. You know, yeah, that was crazy. I woke up in an ambulance and it was like, God, it was a miracle that bartender happened to be there that day. I wouldn't be here talking to you if he wasn't working there that day. Oh, well, that's too bad, Narcan. Thank you for the $20, Clint. Thank you for the $60, Clint. Oh, God. Oh, dear Lord. Sorry, guys. That is heavy. It is heavy. My bad. Yep. That is the past. Thank you, Clint. I was just like, the thought of that guy being there and the thought of him not being there, it's just like, you know, I'm really grateful. You know, John Smith, you can F off. I'm gonna, hide him. He's hidden. That guy who said I love heroin's hidden from my channel. He's not welcome. Oh, enough crying, man. Sorry. It's like I don't anticipate crying like that. I mean... Okay, water. Okay. Okay, okie doke. You don't need, yeah, there you go. There's our Narcan. Thank you for exposing yourself once again. Bye-bye. Yeah, he's not welcome. Narcan ain't welcome here. Hey, Robert McIntyre, good to see you here. I'm sorry to hear this, but I'm glad that you are still with us, Anne. I've saved people's lives before, and I for a fact that they didn't care about it the way that you are caring about being saved. Thank you. Thank you. The crazy thing about it, I mean, not crazy, it's not even surprising, but like the dealer who gave me that shot saw everything unfold, and as soon as he saw like the ambulances coming and everything and everyone freaking out, he just ran away. He just hightailed it. He just left. He didn't care if I died. He cared about only himself. Addiction isn't a joke, and thank you, Jeff. Thank you, PTS Demon. Every now and then and again, we need to let it out. You did good. That's how we heal. That's true. That's true. Robert McIntyre. Thank you. Thank you, Frederik. I would love to go to Ireland. What a beautiful place. Thank you, Adrian. Proud of you, and you're a tough lady, rooting for you. Thank you. Thank you, Adrian. Listen to the internal sound like tinnitus. Listen to the internal sound like tinnitus. I don't know what you mean, my friend. 114 days today. Good for you, Jeff. Yeah, you know, once you get to over 100 days, it's like anything's possible, I think. I think God did save me that day. Absolutely. And there have been many days where I should have been dead too. That's not the only time that I almost, kicked the bucket or whatever they say. You know, it's like, yeah, God's been there for me. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. Yeah, if I died, he could be charged with murder. Indeed. Indeed. That's probably why he ran away, hightailed it. Coward. Oh, Tom, thank you. You say, Anne, I send you my warmest greetings and a warm greeting to your lovely dog from me. Oh, would you guys like to see my boy? Okay. Hi, honey bear. Here, let me open that just a tad bit so we can see. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. You see him? You see him? Oh, I know. Let me see if I can turn on the... Oh, there we go. There's some better lighting. Oh, I know. I know. Do you not like to be the star of the show? Are you shy? Goodness. God has a plan for your life, Anne. I pray you take it day by day. You're doing great, and we all very proud of you. Yes, I do feel like God has a plan. We use because of trauma. Indeed, indeed. I was trying to disassociate after my dear grandma died. She was my hero. And she died in 2016. But she was one tough lady. Thank you, Mr. Blackson. Best wishes from Brisbane. God bless you, and thank you, Cat's Love. Cat's Love, Amores. That's Amore. Yeah, once I leave the bed, he loves to just get in my spot like that. He's a goofball. Shando isn't blind, no. And by the way, Narcan, you're not welcome here. Oh, wait, we don't. No. Not that one. Sorry. Yep. So far, the only person I'm needing to deal with is Narcan. He goes from acting all normal to saying heroin's all so good. His name is Shando, Joseph. Shando. Hey, Hawkeye. One of these days, I would love to go to England, too. I don't know where I'd rather go. Actually, England's dealing with a lot of crap, unfortunately. And it's expensive. But I might actually want to go to Scotland, of all those places. I don't even know what... I don't have tinnitus. Lack of vitamin D and calcium, also things. Online tone generators. I get the inverse of your ring. It can help. Why is tinnitus coming up in the conversation? I mean, I barely even know what that is. Like, let me look it up. I don't think I have it. Gosh, it's almost 4 o'clock already, guys. Might just make one live stream today, you know? Or maybe I'll make 2. I usually do 2 live streams. But we'll see. Tinnitus. And that's spelled with 2 N's. Tinnitus is the perception of sound like ringing or buzzing in the ears or head without an external noise. What? I don't have that. Common causes include hearing loss, loud noise exposure, ear infections, and certain medications. Symptoms vary from soft to loud, high-pitched or low-pitched sounds in one or both ears and can include whistling, clicking, or roaring. Treatment focuses on the cause and may include hearing aids, sound therapies, and cognitive behavioral therapy. Prevention involves protecting ears from loud noises and managing stress. I don't have any of that, dudes. What are you talking about? What are you even talking about? Are you talking to someone else? Talking to someone else, PTS Demon? I don't have tinnitus. Wait. I must be behind in the message. Yeah. Ringing in the ears. Yeah. Rich. Wait, who's got tinnitus? Oh, I only just joined, but if you said you have tinnitus, there's a couple. Oh, someone else said they had tinnitus. Okay. Or unless you misunderstood me. I never said I had it. Oopsie. So some guy said, I only just joined, but if you said you have tinnitus... Oh, you are talking to me. I only just joined, but if you said you had tinnitus, there's a couple things. Lack of vitamin D and calcium. Also, there's online tone generators. Well, I know I need more magnesium in my diet, that's for sure. And calcium, especially since I'm on the Suboxone. Yes, there is an angel in my bed, indeed. I love my Shando, guys. Yeah. Thank you, Clint. Looks like you're number 1 crown here. I really appreciate the donations. Shando loves to hog the bed, absolutely. And God bless you too, Cats Love Amores. Yeah, I think it is it is more than trauma that causes us to do drugs. But it's part of it sometimes. It's can be curiosity, it can be naivete, it can be a lack of connection, it can be various factors. One thing that made it hard for me to get over my addiction was my eating disorder, was my anorexia. I remember relapsing when my boss came up to me and said, "Looks like you've gained some weight. Starting to, you know." And it was just like, I had anorexia, and that just translated in my mind as, you look fat now. So I went out and used right after that. It's dangerous to be a heroin addict when you have anorexia. It is very dangerous. So what's really good? Exercising and having a very healthy diet, focusing on gaining muscles, See, I work really hard, and it's paid off. I don't think that some idiot telling me that I've gained weight or whatever is gonna, affect me in that sense. Thank you, Friedrich. Or Frederick. Exercising is fresh talk. Give low pleasure while heroin floods the brain with relaxing soak to euphoria. Whatever. No. Exercising produces naturally occurring endorphins. in the brain. And the more you do it, the better. The longer you go without the heroin, the less you need it. Your dopamine receptors go back to normal. You can experience pleasure just the way you felt years before you even did heroin. You know, your dopamine receptors are malleable. They revert to normal, but it takes time. It takes time. And you know, considering the whole of your entire life, it's really not that much time. You know, you can do it. Yeah, you know, I feel like Shoelaces is trying to trigger people. He's hidden from my channel now. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for liking my channel. Yeah, exercising and a good diet is good. It's good for your brain. It's good for logic. Yeah, absolutely, Jewel. I wish I could give you a big hug. Others don't realize words can be like daggers. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, I told him over and over again, like, I mean, not over and over again, but you know what I mean. Like, I told him more than once that I had anorexia, but he still said that. I'm not afraid of needles, no. I wish I had been. Doctors have to use an ultrasound machine on my arms to find a goddamn vein. And when they couldn't find a vein, they said drink more water and come back next time. The next time I came back, they tried to find a vein, even though I drank so much water. They couldn't find it. The nurse who tried to draw my blood, she had been a heroin addict in her history, coincidentally. And she started crying when she couldn't find my veins. It hit her like a ton of bricks, and she was crying almost as much as I was. And I couldn't find a vein, so I insisted that they just use my foot. I have a big protruding vein out of my freaking foot. Just do that. And they did. And it was, despite the pain of the needle going in so close to my foot bone and everything, it was a god dang relief. It was a relief, man. That seeing that blood go through the tube was such a relief. Finally. And that's why people on like death row are, you know, it's like, that's why we have like a botched lethal injection, because a lot of people on death row and prison stuff, they've done that stuff before, like the heroin and the injections and all that, and a lot of them don't have veins too, and that's how you get botched injections. I mean, botched lethal injections. It's insane that, I mean, I think in those cases they should revert to some other method, not lethal injection, because oftentimes that just produces absolute torture. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah, I'm going to be 35 in February, on February 26th, Joseph. No, I do not use heroin, Abe's. My channel is all about talking about recovery from heroin. And again, I was addicted for 6 years, been clean for almost 3 years. For anyone that wants to get rid of Jeremy's comments, just click his name and block him, and it gets rid of the comments. Indeed. What did... I mean, I thought I had read that inappropriate comment from him. Let me just make sure. Well, if I see anything else inappropriate for him, he's getting it. How do you find any joy in such a rough world without the substances to help numb it all? I don't need to be numb. There's a lot of beauty and joy in this world that you know, I don't just find doom and gloom in this world. I love my family and my friends and my painting and my skills and playing video games and my dog and Jesus Christ and praying and knowing that there's a heaven after death, and attaining, or gosh, wrong word. Oh God, hmm. Well, I mean, I got my faith back. Okay, I'm just trying to find the right word for that, but I got my faith back. It hasn't been easy, but your brain does heal. Your receptors, your dopamine receptors, the hormones in your brain that aid in anticipation and pleasure and joy and all that, those go back to normal. I don't think about heroin like that. When I think about heroin, I think of what it's gonna take away from me if I ever do it. And I don't crave it. I really do sincerely believe that is all because God's here with me, helping me. Because it's hard. I mean, most people have a really hard time with those cravings. I do not crave it right now. Whereas before, I would have been craving it. Last time I tried to get clean, I did crave it. But as soon as I put God back in my life, as soon as I start praying to Christ again, I have not had any cravings for it at all. Yeah, runner's high is real. Absolutely, PTS demon. Absolutely. Friends in the area or starting fresh? I'm starting fresh, basically. I do have friends, and those are people who supported me who don't do drugs themselves. I don't hang out with those people I did drugs with, if that's what you're getting at there. I said stop blocking me. I'ma just keep coming. I don't remember blocking you, Brent. Did I? I mean, if I block anyone, it's because they damn well deserve it. Or maybe I accidentally blocked you instead of the person I meant to block, you know? Sometimes I accidentally click on someone else, the name under the guy I meant to block. If that's the case, I apologize. This time is up to 2,000. I don't know what you're talking about. Must have missed something. I don't smoke weed every day, but if it's around, I do. And people I know around here smoke it. It's been a little while. It's been like 2 days since I've smoked weed. But I vape every day. I'm actually pretty addicted to vaping. So, like, my parents vape too. They used to be pack-a-day smokers as well. So, like, whenever their vape gets down to like 10% or something and they get themselves a new vape, I ask for their old vape. Because sometimes it actually lasts past the flavor, the freshness of it, lasts past the like 0% status. What was your very first 2 memories of your addiction and the events that occurred? And if you could stay there forever, would you? And knowing the outcome now, would you stay here? Or if had a choice, would I? Honey, I mean, it's a little complicated answering your question there, but well, if I understand you correctly, because I don't want to criticize your grammar, but it's making it a little hard for me to understand. But first 2 memories were being like, I'm an adult, I can handle it. Actually, it was like they offered it to me for my social anxiety, and I took it that once. It had been months since I had done it again, and then I asked for it. I started asking for it because I remembered how good that felt. And they're like, are you sure? It gets addicting. No shit, you offered it to me once. I'm like, yeah, I'm an adult, I can handle it. Not. Yeah, I snorted it for like 3 years, and as soon as I couldn't feel that anymore because my tolerance was so high, and you waste a lot of it when you do that, I started injecting because you get the whole thing immediately. but it's also way more dangerous. And yeah, I can't tell you how glad I'm not in that situation anymore. I would never go back. And I think that the people, like, if there are people using and telling me that, like, oh, why would you want to quit heroin? It's great. No, you know what I think? I think those people are jealous that I'm stronger than them. They can't stand that. They can't stand to see, especially a girl, having more emotional and mental strength than they do when it comes to that. You know, they need to evaluate themselves, not me. I don't try to be a boy. I'm a girl, but I've also been a bit of a tomboy too. You know, Joe from Little Women was a tomboy. Tomboys exist. Winona Ryder was a tomboy when she was young. Those exist. I know, it's hard for people to comprehend that tomboys exist these days, but they do. Okay, Pistol Pete, you can be deleted now. Now Pistol Pete has been hidden from my channel. Wow, look at all the spam there. There's like spam, 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 spam. You really notice it as soon as I hide him from my channel. It's like message deleted by Diary of Recovering Addicts. It's like all the way down there. Oh, thank you, Jewel. I just found your channel and I feel like you are very angelic in your humility to stay sober. Great job. Thank you. Thank you, and you're always welcome. I don't know what Brent is doing here. 61, just ignore him. Guys up to 2. Honestly, Brent, what are you talking about with all those numbers? Sean Bishop, and your biggest hook about it that kept you looking for more, and the hardest battle that kept you imprisoned. Yeah. Yeah, it's a prison. It's just a prison, guys. And I didn't want to be in a prison. I want to be able to, you know, and I'm really a fan of the outdoors and going fishing and going hiking and going, you know, I'd love to go rock climbing someday. There's so many things I would miss out on. Like if I wanted to travel, I couldn't because you know what? I need to be within reach of my dealer in case when I inevitably go through, you know, withdrawal. And that's the thing that we're running from. That is painful. It is miserable. It's a bone deep plus psychological pain. It's physical, mental pain. And, you know, it is one of the worst pains I've ever endured. But there are ways that can make the pain not so bad. But when I went through cold turkey the last time, I didn't have anything to help me at the very, you know, when I was at the peak of my withdrawal and everything. I only got my Suboxone like right after I was like already. It was mostly to counteract cravings and stuff. Thank you, SBKH. Thank you, PTSD man. Amen. I don't know what you're talking about, Brent. Who's supporting me? What? Yeah, thank you, Raid the Fairy, for deleting that guy's post. Like, did you just delete Brent's messages? Because, yeah, he was trolling, wasn't he? He's just, like, really, really spamming. Wow, look at all the spam. Do I have a job? No, because the cafe I worked at for 10 odd years shut down. Yeah, so I'm kind of starting over now. Huh. I got what you need. It seems like a star to reach even the tip of your hand, hitting you in a lightning speed. It's about to hit. I have no idea what you're talking about, uncool, but thank you. God will bring you through anything. Indeed, Morpheus. Thank you. Okay. But you got through the fire. Thank you. Yes. For with God, nothing is impossible. Absolutely. He's been there with me. The way you looking at me make me smile, make you scream, make you, I can't get enough Strawberry Rush. What a weirdo. You see, I know what he's getting at there. How often do you paint during streams? Well, now I'm starting to get into it more regularly, PTS Demon. I plan on working on that watercolor later today on this live stream. Oh, I hate you too, Black Box. And I love you too, Clouds. You have a problem with the job word. No, I don't. I just told you. I lost my job because it shut down. I was a faithful employee there for 10 years. I was a superstar employee until he hired someone else to be the manager, and they messed it all up. I mean, well, they kind of just threw it away, kicked the bucket. Actually, there might be reasons why I wouldn't even blame them for that, because the place was already falling apart, and it was in a lot of debt, and I fucking don't know. They wouldn't disclose a lot of that crap to me for whatever reason. Like, I mean, I was taken advantage of quite a bit because I tolerated a lot. There were times I went on and on and on without getting paid, but I was like understanding that of all the struggles that the place was going through, and the death of the co-manager who was a good friend of mine. Yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated, that whole ordeal. Thank you, Steve Garnett. You take care, lady. Of Steve from England. Thank you. Ooh, I would love a British guy to call me lady. Wow, man, it's like all spam, dude. Stop making excuses. Get a job. Best thing for you. It will take your mind off the horse shit. Don't judge me, Steve. I'm applying for jobs left and right. I have to have my dog with me. I took him to the cafe with me every single day. He gets on the train with me he goes everywhere I go. I can't imagine leaving him. I need my dog for my safety, for my mental well-being, for a lot of things. Do not judge me. My channel's monetized. I'm working really hard at this. I'm working really hard at my art now. I'm getting commissions. Don't you judge me. How dare you? You don't know anything about me. You don't know anything about how hard I work. I spend every day cleaning this house and doing whatever I can to contribute to the family. How dare you? And, even if I do get a job, I'm probably going to have to stick around here for longer because I have to help my dad out. How dare you? Hey, Ryder. I was addicted to heroin for 6 years. I've been off for almost 3. I'll reach the 3rd year come February 28th. You're a tom girl. That's cool. Yeah, I'm a tomboy. I'm pretty tomboyish, and I've been like that since I was like 8 or 9 years old. Yeah, I agree, PTS Demon. The holy masculine and the holy feminine with all of us got a balance. Yeah, that makes sense. It takes a lot of strength to change your life, said MJCD. Keep telling your story. It will help many who won't or aren't ready to change. Keep sharing your story. Thank you. Thank you. That's my purpose here, I think. You know what, Clouds? Today it does seem like I need mods. It does seem like I appreciate you helping Raid the Fairy, because there have been some pretty bad spammers and trolls here today. Thank you, Danny. I'm doing well. Yep, she was in Girl Interrupted, Winona Ryder. Really good movie. Most of us use heroin. Okay, I'm getting tired of this person. Ham said you don't see my greetings. I saw it. I haven't checked my my Discord today or my Instagram yet, Danny. It's been kind of slow getting everything together today because I'm dealing with cramps and I am sleep deprived. So it's not I'm not intentionally ignoring you, Danny, or anyone for that matter. I'm sorry if you feel that way. But if I do see your greetings, I always greet you back. I'm trying to be there for everyone. It's impossible though. I'm trying to answer everyone, I should say. Working for garbage wages is a waste of life. It can feel that way for sure. Have you noticed much cognitive impairment? I'm not cognitively impaired. I don't know why you'd say that. Because everyone I've talked to, medical personnel, my therapist, of course, there's people I talk to in my life, they don't think that I'm cognitively impaired at all. I had an evaluation after I fell down a flight of stairs, had a cognitive evaluation. At work, there was a narrow staircase. The place dated back to the Edwardian period. Okay? And I fell down this flight of stairs. Okay, so I wasn't even drunk. I was just angry because my mom said something really mean to me. Which isn't surprising, but it was like, in my mind, I was like, well, I'll show you I'm a hard ass. I work my ass off, and like, how dare you, like, project onto me like that, blah, 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 blah. And then I found as I was carrying something down, gonna carry something down, or go get something. I wasn't carrying anything. I was teetering on the edge of the top of the stairs, and just that moment I knew I was gonna fall down those stairs. A jolt of electric shock almost just like coursed from my toes up to my head, like I saw my life flash before my eyes, and I flung myself backwards because I knew that if I were to fall forward, I'd probably hit my prefrontal cortex, which would have been worse than maybe hitting the back of my head a little bit. I don't know. But so I flung myself back and I fell down those stairs, leaving a blood trail behind me. There was blood on the railing. There was a puddle of blood on the freaking ground where I landed. I fell down those stairs. I went flying down those stairs. And I was like out of it, but I managed to clamber up those stairs moments later. I know it was moments later because I remember constantly looking at that clock because it was almost time to go home. It was like an hour until I'd be, or 2 hours until I'd be putting things away. But I went up the stairs. It was like 3:30. I called my coworker, who just so happened to be right next door. They drove me to the hospital. They did all these cognitive evaluations. I aced all of them. Bam, bam, bam. 100% healthy brain. But I had to stay overnight because they were worried that I might have a brain bleed. And so a bona fide brain surgeon came into the room and told me that I was super lucky because where I had the bleed was in not only a very benign area, but it wasn't even my brain that was bleeding. It was the dura, which is the protective layer between the skull and the brain. That was the part that was bleeding. In a very benign area, like around down there somewhere. And so I was allowed to go home. Everything was good. But I know that if you start doing drugs like that, heroin or even alcohol at a very early age, and granted I was 26 when I did that, But if you start that stuff at an early age, which a lot of people do, which is really, really, really unfortunate, because then that's definitely going to stunt your maturity. That's going to stunt you in a lot of ways. If you start that before your brain has ever developed, you're going to stunt yourself cognitively, emotionally. Absolutely. You'll be stuck in a kind of a juvenile maturity level. But fortunately, I don't have that issue. Yeah, I don't have to explain this shit to these dumbasses. You're right, Michael. You're right. Well, it was like, I mean, we all have visceral reactions to shit. It was a sensation very similar to shock that I felt right before I fell down those stairs. It was crazy. It was really trippy. I'm sorry, Joseph. About your father. And that's not cool. And I get it. I get family conflict. Okay. You're right, Robbie, the Redford. The Edford, I mean. Yeah, I should just ignore them. I am feeding them a little bit, aren't I? So how much of you and yourself in percentage have you saved or regained, and how long before total recovery? I don't understand the question. Then there's no way to answer that sort of thing. Like, what the hell? Yeah, it's like I read the messages aloud sometimes without, like, reading through it first to make sure it's not a troll, If it's like a long message or comment, I mean. Oh, Raid the Fairy's cool. I don't know if you're... Yeah, stay mad. Stay mad, Jeremy, because I like Raid the Fairy. He's been helping me out quite a bit, actually. In fact, he commissioned me for this painting, which he's going to get as soon as I find a proper box for it. But we have all the protective bubble wrap and all that. That's a painting I produced of Chester Bennington. See that? That's Chester Bennington right there. So that's where we're gonna implement more painting into my channel. We're gonna be painting a lot more. We're gonna be painting in the evening, around dinner time, after dinner. Okay. I just hid Jeremy from the channel. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, isn't it weird, Slurms McAshley? How they're spamming numbers on... It's really strange how people are. Huh. Oh, I did take a pic of it, and I shared it to Facebook. I should share it on my Instagram. I don't like Facebook very much. I'll do that right after this live stream. Actually, I could just do it right now. Ooh. Got it. Thank you, Raid the Fairy. Who's seeking attention? Raid the Fairy triggers the Boston Tea Party. Happy 250 years USA. Lincoln Park indeed. Thank you, Robbie. Oh, the spamming numbers. Yeah, that's okay. That's what I figured you meant. know, I gotta go use the restroom real quick. Be right back. Oh, goodness. Crack my back. Oh, yeah, that felt good. Hey, baby. Oh, baby boy. What you doing over there? What you doing over there, sweetheart? What you looking at? You see something concerning out there? Goodness. Hi. Goodness. Precious baby prince. I love, look how big that chest is. He got such a big chest. Got a big, strong chest. Yeah, that gives you a big advantage having that upper body strength, Shando. Yeah, you are, cutie pie. I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You're my precious prince of the forest. Like Bambi. What you thinking about? What you thinking about, Shando? What you thinking about? Are you a cutie pie? Precious? To guess for you lost 30% savings, 70% of health and emotional recovery. I have no idea what you're talking about, Sean Bishop. Shando, hey Leslie, Shando is from Most Leaf. I gave him a DNA test through Embark. They're pretty accurate as far as like dog DNA tests go. But he's got from most to least Golden Retriever, Boxer, Rottweiler, American Pit Bull Terrier, and Mastiff. It's really disconcerting that you have 100 accounts just so you can keep, being a jerk to people and creeping on people or whatever you're doing. The fact that you have 100 accounts is pretty much a red flag in and of itself. Yeah, Devontae is a creep. I hit him from the channel. Bye-bye, bitch. Yeah, probably raid the fairy. Probably. Okay, now, you know what, honey bears? I need to go use the restroom, so... I know what your pink, oops. I know what your pink ones. I know what your pink ones, okay. Kiss, can I have a kiss? You two have puppy breaths. Kiss. You're a good boy. I know, you're shy. Cutie pies. What a cutie pie, I know. Wow. My babe. I'm sorry. You have sensitive ears. No. I love you. I'm gonna go use the restroom, okay? Okay, big dog. Come on. All right, be right back, guys. Go. Yeah. stretch. Let's lift some weights and read some of the Bible. Huh? What? Huh? What? Hey, guys. I'm back. Oh, the Amazon truck is here. I think I might have a package. Let's see if I do. I'm gonna look on my Amazon account over here and see if I got a package. I'll go down there. I'm gonna have little haul. I hope it's my my clip-on microphone, so you guys can hear me a little bit better. Oh wow, wow. Why are you here, Mello? Can you tell me why you're here? Oh, and this time it'll get worse, right? I just blocked him. Sounds like he's being disrespectful. Okay. Wah, wah. It's the Devontae guy? Okay. What is it, baby? Come on in. Oh, do you need to go potty? Of course. Porse. Would you wet your whips for... Very well, baby boy. I love him. Okay, donk. Okay, big boy. What is it? What is it? Well, we need to clean up that shredded paper mess that you made there. Yeah. It wasn't me. It was the other dog, I swear. What are you doing, Shando? You need to go out and go potty, right? Come on, let's go. You need to go potty? Come on. Yeah! You gonna go out? It's chilly out there, buddy. Don't want to stand in front of this open door for very long with these short sleeves. Yeah, he is a beast. He is a beast. You know, he weighs as much as I do. Come on, go out. Go. Go. Yeah? I'll count to 10, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Doesn't seem like you need to go out, kiddo. If you need to go out, you usually just go right out there, okay? Alrighty then. I know, you Twix, Mama. You Twix. Make myself some comfort food, aka cream of wheat. I know. I have it for dinner. For breakfast, I eat eggs. Because it's easy. Because it's easy and quick. Okay. And it's like not too salty, so it's like better for what I'm dealing with. What you doing, kiddo? Now, let me get you some food, buddy. Who's this? more calcium and nutrition and more delicious that way. Need the calories. And I certainly need the calcium. So there. Yeah. Cup and a half of whole milk. Made a whole cup of chia pudding to put on top. not all of it. That's a lot. that would keep you full for a while too. Kiddo. No, let me get you some food, bud. He loves smooches. Alex, because I will actually come for her. Huh? John said, "You are so special. Keep the faith. You deserve everything you have worked hard for." Thank you, John. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Alex Quest said, "So guys, do you want to keep blocking?" Oh boy. Ooh boy. Alex Quest, you seem very insecure about something. Yeah, I appreciate you mods dealing with the very insecure trolls. And we can keep Ambrose even though he keeps asking me to dance like Shakira. He's comic relief at this point. I pretty much watched that tires show Shane Gillis put together all day at work today, huh? When I read the name Gillis, I thought of Bear Grylls, and I feel like watching some Bear Grylls now. Sean Bishop, and he did that to her in front of me, and I couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, you big brown hound dog, you. What? I apologize if I miss you, some of you nice people's message. You know, it's like I'm not intentionally ignoring you. Just so you know, it's impossible for me to get to everyone all the time. That is. I try. Ooh, Shakira Loca. Ooh, I should make some brownies since I have the good, expensive cocoa powder and white chocolate chips. Hey Jesse, welcome to my channel. Me too, Raid the Fairy. Am I looking Amish because of this thing? That's ridiculous. Amish don't wear jeans. Let me get the hair out of my face, you know. Oh, I do bake. I love baking. I love cooking. I'm a pretty decent cook. not. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Oh, my baking, huh? You know what? You gotta be Amish to enjoy baking? Is that what you're saying? Man, you must be around a lot of people who don't like to cook or bake, and that's unfortunate, my friend. A lot of people like to bake, not Amish people exclusively. Huh. Huh. You know, people should get into cooking and baking more. It's a lot healthier. Stir at your own whisk. There you go. It was a joke. Okay. Okay. Yes, me too, maybe later. Me too. Try to eat as healthy as possible. I think I do need more magnesium. But I'm getting a lot of calcium by doing this too. Having this as a regular item in my day-to-day what I eat, meals. I had some pickled eggs this morning, and I had some sardines. I had pickled eggs, sardines, and an English muffin earlier. And I'm out of frozen blueberries, but we are going to use one banana this time. And our bananas are past their perfect ripeness, but I'll just use a little bit, actually. Hey, oh, sorry, honey. I startle you? Did I startle you? You've already had your food, now you can drink your water. Here, you know, actually, you know what? I'll have a little cottage cheese and I'll give you a little bit. I like cottage cheese, guys. Do you? Do you guys like cottage cheese? Okay. There you go. A lot of protein and a lot of calcium in there. Oh, you know what? This would be good for your gut, buddy. Sauerkraut is really good for dogs, by the way. I'll give you some sauerkraut. He loves it. I think he might even like it by itself, you know? Let's try giving him a little bit of that by itself. Here, buddy. Here. Wait. There you go. Eat it. Eat the sauerkraut. It's good for you. And actually, I might have a bite of that since it's just really healthy, you know? I don't really care for it, but it's healthy. It's like a supplement. I mean, I like to cook sauerkraut with beef and all that and stir fry it by itself without anything else. I don't care for it much. I would like it on a hot dog though. That good? Or do I need to mix it with something, buddy? Wow. Eat up, kiddo. It's good for you. Oh, what are you doing, you steely goose? Now, let me put something in there for you. One second. Guess I might as well give you a little more of that then. And I'll mix it up in there for you. You eat that? Oh, here. Let me mix that up. Some cottage cheese. Here, wait. Mix that all up. There we go. There you go, buddy. You eat it all up. Good for you. Very healthy. Although you have a few digestive issues. fine since I don't eat much of this myself. Even though I like it. I know it's really good for him, so. And I can put some banana in there for you too, buddy. Oh, monk fruit. Pretty good, huh, buddy? Told you you would like it. Oh, thank you, James Ventura. It's almost 5 o'clock here, p.m. Shane Bishop said, better than sliding your feet around a city half aware and asleep, burning all through your body for a foreign substance is what Jeremy said it was like. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's no good to live that way. Yeah. Well, what's the difference between like a crumpet and a muffin? I'm thinking like. I don't know why it's called cottage cheese. Really interesting. The English don't eat English muffins? Well, English muffins are like crumpets there, right? And they look different. They're porous, so that it can become saturated with the butter. Right? I had spaghetti and meatballs on during my live stream at one point. It was really good. I wish we had more of that stuff. Next time I go grocery shopping, I'll get some more ingredients and make an actually good enchilada casserole. An actually good one, meaning corn tortillas. I'm gonna make it with green enchilada sauce. I'm gonna try to find a recipe for that because I usually just make homemade red enchilada sauce. Put more jalapenos and shredded chicken. So good, so good. Be fresh tomatoes and fresh jalapeno on top of it, as well as cooked in it. And what are you doing over there, Kelsey? Let's see what he's up to. Yeah? Well? Well? What you thinking about? You gonna play in all this mess that you created? Oh my goodness. Goodness, you guys make so much messes. Should sweep that up. He's so cute. He's just playing with his toy now. When he plays with his toy, he kind of stretches his body and crouches like that with his butt in the air. Look at that big butt. Look at that big booty. Shando, are you dummy thick, hun? Are you dummy thick, Shando? Yeah, you got your bone? Are you chewing on your bones? Whoa, goodness. Whoa. Kazoom tight. He's a big boy. Look at that big chest he's got. Yes, he's got the muscles. Okay. Excuse me, precious one. You need to go potty now? Oh, he demands it now. You see, now I know he's got to go because he demands it. Okay, yeah, you do that, buddy. Do that. Okay, you go potty. snap. Okay. Okay. Motherfucker. Pecans. Love pecans. Put a bunch in there. There. Let's see if that's enough. I gotta get more dried fruit and cranberries and prunes. Let's see. It's just about done. Yeah, and on the box they say it takes 2 minutes. It takes way longer than that if you're cooking more than just a couple tablespoons of it. Yeah, I make myself a double serving. I guess a serving of the cream of wheat's like 3 tablespoons in it, and then like you cook that into a 1.25 cups of milk. I'm having 1/3 cup of cream of wheat with a cup and 2 cups, or 1.5 cups of whole milk, which is partially water, so it's not just like, so it's not way too thick, you know. I kind of like it better this way. Oh, I'm having cream of wheat, Azosa. It's gonna be decorated with a lot of good stuff. Unfortunately, I don't even have my frozen blueberries anymore, and that's so good on it, but it's still gonna be really good because I have a banana. PTS Steven said, I think I might get a service dog. I get a lot of it covered by Veterans Affairs and such. I've never been a pet person, though. I've never had any pets besides a turtle. Well, I'll try to find a dog that is more docile for your if it's your first one, or you know, one that's just more gentle nature. You know, just and from puppyhood, you want to. It helps to have a smart dog too. Shando's brilliant. He's very smart. It took me 1 single day to potty train that dog. I kid you not. I kid you not. All I had to do was show him by example, and he'd go. He's so smart. Yeah, you know, it's helpful. I highly recommend getting a pet, particularly a highly intelligent one. You know, who, it's almost like they read your emotions. You know, it's almost like they're there free and they understand you. They look into your eyes like they do understand. They do understand. Oh, he wants back in. You're a smart boy. Gosh. Go. Well, Shando. Drink your waters. Gosh, he just wants to keep eating. He's a chow hound. There's a reason why they call it a chow hound. Dogs are pure love indeed. A German Shepherd puppy for her then elite training with her later, and a working dog she could retire. I'll get a trained dog through programs through the VA. There are some really programs. Awesome, PTS Steven. I highly recommend that then. Very good. Yeah, they bring us so much joy, dogs. Highly recommended. Of course, there's some people in this world who should never have pets, and Trump just implemented a law that makes it so people who abuse pets get punished, which is awesome. Because people have been way too soft on animal cruelty, haven't they? It's one of those things that just makes people so angry, and yet like the justice system has been super lax about like animal cruelty and stuff like that. Which is awesome. And people, people who have Trump derangement syndrome, of course, they're going to be like in denial. Because they would, if they saw him with their own eyes saving a baby from drowning, they'd still try to get him killed. Mm-hmm. Yep. So good. This particular one has a great consistency. My dad once said, we were watching Landman, and my dad said that John Hamm's face fills him with rage that he can't describe. He said, John Hamm's mug fills him with rage. I think he was kidding, but like, just thinking about that's funny. I don't know why. Hey, Oats. This channel's about a lot of things, mostly recovery from addiction and changing our habits for the better, but it's also about art and painting and cooking and playing video games and Shando, my dog, and everything in between, exercise, changing our habits for the better. Excuse me. Baby. Let's put these away. A little bit of cinnamon. Oh, you know what? I put a few white Ghirardelli white chocolate chips on in my cream of wheat. It goes really good with the dried cranberries, but not too many, because that's just too much dessert. I don't want it to be like a dessert. Just a few accents. Whoa. Quite a bit there, guys. Look at what we're having. So good. So sweet. Ho ho, there's the cream of wheat so far. Some banana Chanda. Baby boy. Oh yeah, here you are. Here you go, buddy. How about you? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Bananas, nanners, nanners. Eat us. Wow. Where you going? Want to show everyone the bananas. The bananas. Hi, you eat us. I know you want your privacy. Okay. He wants his privacy. He wants his privacy. He's like, don't make it weird. Man, when those chia seeds, when you accidentally like drop a bit of your chia or spill some of your chia seeds or chia pudding onto the counter, it really is a pain in the butt to scrape off the counter. Like I gotta scrape it off the counter practically. Ooh, yeah, a bit of, actually chia pudding first. So like right after my dad said that Jon Hamm's mug fills him with rage, I like sent him that meme of Jon Hamm dancing at a club. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I troll my dad. There was a long time where I wasn't able to have a dog. Like I know I went out with some of the wrong men, and a lot of men were super controlling with me, what I was allowed to have. One of the reasons why I wasn't even really allowed to have my own video games, console setup or anything, or my own, let alone, you know, like, they were just controlling in every aspect because they were a minimalist. They could have their computer desktop and all that, games and all that, but I wasn't allowed to have it in the same room, and that's the only place I lived, in that apartment, basically, like, or house, which was, like, rented by a bunch of people. Anyway. It's just another one of those things. But oh yeah, the dog issue. They told me I wasn't allowed to have a dog. Like, I mean, a couple guys I went out with told me that I could never have a dog because they don't like dogs. I just think that particular person really just wanted to control every aspect of me and change me, and it was pretty gross. Just stay away from those people, guys. I'm just saying. I don't think about that all the time, trust me. But sometimes I think, like, when I'm in a much better place, and I try to look on the bright side and say, hey, at least I'm not in that situation still, you know? It's good. Well, there you go, baby. Eat that manners. Good. Yes. banana, banana, and a banana. Here, buddy, have a little more. Oh no, it dropped. What? Shut. What else can go on there? Oh yeah, hemp seeds. I love hemp seeds in my cream of wheat. One of the number one things that I like in there. Get a big old spoon. It's expensive though. Hey, Jamal. Yep, Pacific Northwest. If you feel like you're wasting your time, then you don't need to be here. But also, like, it's possible to, have a live stream going while you're doing work, depending on what work you're doing. It might actually act as some soothing white noise, A little bit of honey on there. Ooh, that's a lot of honey, actually. Yeah. Let me heat this up a tad bit. Here we go. Would you like a little tiny bit of my chia pudding, Shandux? I know you'd love it. I know you love that stuff and it's good for you. Cools down real quickly. Alright. Oh yeah, cranberries. And a few white chocolate chips would make it really good. We'll do that last though, because they melt. Well, gotta get more of these. A little grocery list. Let's get you some more water, baby. Hey, baby. Here you go. Yeah, bring some water for you. Oh, wait. I gotta hide my white chocolate chips because my big brother will come along and eat them all. And I wanted to make some brownies someday. Just like 5 in there. It can be a little bit overpowering. There we go. Yeah, you see that? Cream of wheat with dried cranberries, bananas, and white chocolate chips, chia pudding, hemp seeds, and honey. Cream of wheat is cooked with whole milk, with vanilla, and it's sweetened with some monk fruit. I like stevia better. I'll get some stevia sometime. And it's got some nutmeg and cinnamon and pecans. This towel does not absorb water very well from my hands. Okay, woo, no. Just clean that counter. Check it out. Isn't that good? Ain't that good? Got some chia pudding in there. So good. In fact, I want more pudding on that. Looks like there's a lot more. Yeah. Freaking hair in there. Little honey on that. I know. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh. No, I'm not. It's good. It's really good stuff. It's got some chia pudding, it's got some hemp seeds, and all the good stuff. Oh no, looks like I left my light on too long. I know I have another little square light somewhere. Turn on this for now. I'll start charging that thing. Maybe it's over here. No, it's not. Gotta be careful, I'm gonna lose this stuff. Oh, it's over there, actually. Excuse me, big boy. Turn the lights on. What the hell? You know what? I know that my phone's gonna die in a minute. As soon as that happens, well, yeah, we're getting low on battery. Okay, so what we do is, while my phone is charging, I go off and I tend to my boy. We go for a walk. We do a bunch of stuff. And then, oh, there it is. And then right after that, I check my phone. I'm just, right after my phone is done charging, which is like an hour and a half or so, after it's like down to 0% practically, we start another live stream, okay? So I'll turn this one off and we'll start a later one. It won't be, I mean, usually I start the second live stream right now at 5 o'clock, but we might have to start it at like 7 this time. I love white chocolate with cranberries. I spread those cranberries around a little better though. And also, I need to heat it up a bit. Yeah, he'll come with me. I like my food hot. Cause you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down, you're wrong when it's right, it's black then it's white. Fight, we break up, we kiss, we make up. Can't believe I even know that song by heart. I don't really, actually back then she was good. That's when she was when Katy Perry was good. Now she's kind of lame. A bit of a poser. Especially when she went up into space, like how fake she acted. She wasn't even looking out the... I don't believe they even went to space. And she wasn't even looking out the window. She wasn't like in awe over space. She was just like trying to promote her tour. That stupid Daisy. Actually, that's the name of her daughter. I shouldn't say that. She is not an astronaut. She is not an astronaut, my friend. You know what other astronauts have to do to get there, man, to get to that job? Reason why I can't be an astronaut is because I don't have the nerve for it. I don't have the nerves for it, man. You gotta have iron freaking... You gotta have diamond hardness nerves. Because I say diamonds because diamonds are the hardest rocks on Mohs scale. The hardest rock on Mohs scale. Or mineral, I should say. The softest is talc. Talc has been used in makeup products. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't add too many white chocolate chips because they actually make it a little bit too sweet. Pretty good with the chia pudding though. She's with Justin Trudeau? Really? I thought she was with like Orlando Bloom or something. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. It was like comedy, if anything. It was like a try not to cringe segment. Hey, you watch anime, The Boys? Have you ever seen the anime Speed Grapher? It's so good. Thank you, Cheeky Monkey. Have you guys ever seen Speed Grapher? And I might feel a little better because I'm like over the PMSing stage of, like I must have been PMSing before. I could sort of feel it, but I skipped a few odd periods before to this time. The thing about like periods that I'm okay about, like you actually can anticipate feeling better than you do at any other time of the month when it's over. It's like right before then, moody. During, miserable, depending on who you are. Painful. But then right afterwards, you feel good. You feel energy. You feel relief. You feel your clothes fit you now. Like, drink milk. I cooked this in whole milk, guys. I cooked this cream of wheat in whole milk. I'm basically having a big cup of milk when I have this too. Hey, Devon Tomar, how are you doing? I love Lady Gaga. She is legitimately talented. Oh, well, she's smart. I think she's very smart with her marketing. And, her whole, like, monsters persona, like, always coming out with one extreme outfit after there. That's her art. Like, that makes her stand out. And it brings controversy. It's actually a very smart marketing tactic on her part, I think. Yeah, she knows what she's doing. And I love her for it. We need less, like, cookie cutter artists, that have been hand-selected by the corrupt media, like Justin Bieber was. I mean, granted, he is talented, but here's the thing. Even if an artist is talented, they did the same thing to Britney Spears. Listen to her voice as a kid. It's a strong, powerful voice. And the industry made it so that, like, she was required and obligated to use a baby voice. Like, they manufacture them even when they're way more better sounding and talented than what it's really ridiculous. Imagine if Britney Spears were allowed to come out with whatever she wanted. You know, she was absolutely controlled and manipulated by the industry. She was forced to sound, I mean, there's nothing wrong with her voice like that. I mean, it's iconic. But like, just hear how she sounded when she was little. It was a lot better. Stronger voice. Maybe they, I don't know why they did that. To me, she sounds like Chucky from the Rugrats sometimes. You know, notice that? Britney Spears kind of sounds like Chucky from the Rugrats. She seems a little out of it, I gotta admit. I was one of those free Britney people. But now that I, like, see her and everything, I think she needs help, but she needs to be, if she was, I don't know about conservatorship, like, I think her dad was milking her like a cash cow, man. I think every artist should be independent too. Yeah, her family enslaved her for sure. They're the ones who shouldn't be conservators. I eat eggs too. They're very healthy. They have biotin in them. In fact, I used to eat eggs. I do eat eggs every single day. That could be why my hair looks a lot better than it used to. This is cooked with whole milk, my friend. I drink milk every day too. Not drink it, but I eat it with my cream of wheat. So good. You know it's good when you start like dancing while you're eating without even realizing it until a moment later. I like Owl City. I like a lot of that like 2010 music, you know? Like the, what do you call that music? It's like Arcade Fire. It's like that like sort of clap beat, like, what do you call that music? It's got to have its like own genre. No music I can't stand from the 2010s. The baby voice whispering, and like, there are people who mock this way of singing. It's like who's an example? Who's an example? I don't even know. Eggs are, I would think those are good for aging eggs. They're one of the healthiest, most biodiverse foods you can eat. I mean versatile, that's what I meant to say. Okay, you can lick my bowl. Very well. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try to find an example. But there's this one dude who comes to mind. It's like, and I'm forgetting his name. It kind of reminds me of like a teddy bear with a beard. Let's see if I can find it. Of course, I'm not going to show it to you because copyright. I'm not going to have another one of my videos taken or blocked off, you know. Excuse me. Okay. Woohoo! Mushrooms are super healthy too, and the biggest living organism in the world is mycelium. So that's pretty. Oh yeah, absolutely. They have a whole friggin' underground network that spans miles. It's fucking fascinating. I love fungi. Gosh, I got like a dry ass nose. Okay, no wonder. Let's see. 2010 music genre. What is 2010 music called? Let's see. Music from the 2010s is primarily defined by the explosion of EDM pop, electropop, and trap music. Well, yeah, I remember that. I'm probably thinking more like, maybe 2015. But yeah, I'm not thinking about those guys. It's a specific, it's like an indie kind of, and they talk like, sing like joy, sing like she. They sing like wow, I mean, fucking, I can't do it. I gotta listen to it again. But it would also be 2010 music. Let me see. I'll just look at list of 2010's music artists. Okay, I gotta charge this thing now. Hey, baby. I'll follow you through the dark. I love that band. I love, what's it called? Death Cab for Cutie. I love Death Cab for Cutie. I so wish I could play music for you guys. God, it sucks. It's the one thing that sucks. I want to play music. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. No, I don't want like freaking Bruno Mars and Rihanna, and that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for mainstream. How about 2020s? Let's see. I doubt I'm gonna find it. Wow, man. Taylor Swift. You'd think she had a baby or something because her boobs got super big. No, they don't look fake. Man, I think Billie Eilish has such beautiful eyes. Seriously. And she looks really gorgeous in glasses, too. They actually make her eyes stand out. I think she's just beautiful and very talented. No, not that. Let's see. 2015, maybe? Oh. I am blinded by the lights. I feel your touch. Okay, well, I'm not thinking that, though. Not thinking that. I say, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. How does that go, the other one that I'm thinking? How about 2010 indie music? It's like indie music artists. Okay. Blog-driven buzz band, synth pop, and orchestral rock. Oh yeah, it's stuff like that. Show more. Okay. You read it. I wish I could remember the name. Ooh, I loved Arcade Fire. I do. I still love Arcade Fire. That was my music in 2010. Let's see. Oh, and I love Arctic Monkeys. That's not what I'm thinking, though. That music is epic. That kind of, like, that's not what I'm thinking. Foster the People's pretty good. Lumineers is really good. Ooh, I love the white stripes. Let's see. Oh my gosh. How about 2010 Baby Voice? Indie music artist. I just can't stand that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, in 2010, the indie music scene saw a rise in soft, high-pitched, and breathy vocals, yeah, often referred to as baby or intimate voice. Key artists of this era include Cults, Zoe Deschanel, She and Him, Ellie Goulding, Coco Rosie, and Cat Power. I don't know any of them. I probably have heard them, but don't associate the names with anything. Okay, let's see if there's more. Ooh, I like Marina and the Diamonds, though. I love Marina and the Diamonds. I remember listening to her back when I was a teenager. Hollywood, kissing in the rain. Whoa, and after the movie scene, living the American dream. Don't even ask. Oh my gosh. It's amazing how I can't find it now. It's like, let's see. Okay, how about male baby voice? Because I'm looking for a dude. I love Goethe or Gautier. Is it Gautier or is it Goethe? No, it's probably Gautier. I love that. They're brilliant. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody I used to know. Okay. I used to do that song, but that one time it got stuck in my head. I can't believe I don't remember anything. No lyric. Oh yeah, my little light over here. Where did I put mine? Why am I always losing stuff now? Like I can't find my little pink light now. I know it's around here somewhere. Hey! Yeah, no room for shit. Freak out. I remember when I listened to Journey as a teenager and it was like the next best thing ever. Hi. I love you too. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you for the kill. I love you too. Yes. I love my boy. Oh, hey everyone, it's me. Thank you for the oh, of course, Jonathan. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Absolutely. Ooh, Neon Bible's such a great song, man. My body is a cage. Such depth, man. If you listen to, I wish I could play some of the music from that album for you guys, because it's like their music makes me cry. It is so breathtakingly beautiful and meaningful. I love it. I love the White Stripes. Huh. I don't know anything about that artist, the Latin dude you're referring to. Oh, I like Bruno Mars. He was really cute in that apartment music video. Ah, but da, but uh-huh. Kissy face, that's what I want, yeah. I'd forget. Oh, Jesus, it's surreal. Red hot, that's what I'm on, but don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? What do you think about? Oh yeah, I was just saying I like Billie Eilish. Yeah, she got famous off her brother's school project. I thought that was really cool too. The trees send each other nutrients through mushrooms. It's crazy. That's a whole world of ants too. That's insane. There's a whole world of ants too. That's insane. They have wars and stuff. No kidding. Oh, I know, dude. I've watched some videos on it. It goes so hard. I love that song. Don't you need? And they're so cute together in that video. They have really cute chemistry. Don't you need me like I need you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? All you gotta do is just meet me at the appetite. Uh-huh. Ugh. I actually think Bruno Mars is super cute in that video. But he would be like, if I were to like make out with him, it would be like me looking like he's like 5 foot. Oopsie, he's like 5'5". A little too short for my height. I'm 5'7" and like a 3/4 or something. Actually, I don't know if I'm that tall, but I'm 5'7". I'm a little over 5'7". Meet me at the... Looking for my lamp too. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Oh, that's gonna be stuck in my head for a long time. And I love AC/DC, by the way, which is, I know it's oldies, but I love AC/DC. Rocking me out with those American thighs, taking all of her share. She been flying from there, but I was already there, and the walls kept shaking. The walls were quaking, my mind was aching, and she won't faking after you. Hit me all night long. Check me all night long. Oh my god. I like Owl Nation. Huh. I am tall. Is he 5'4"? I was thinking 5'5". He's that short? I like Kid Rock. I don't know. I'd have to listen to Sheryl Crow again to associate with the name. I love the Sultans of Swing. I love the Sultans of Swing. Rose is adorable. She's cute. Yeah, he almost as tall as Shando. When he's standing, maybe. Let me look it up. Let me see how short he is. Well, yeah, that's like as short as Michael J. Fox. Let me see. Bruno Mars height. 5'5". I was right. Which, you know, if you're like a 5-foot girl, that's not bad at all. Like, you know, but I don't want to look down at my man. You know what I mean? I mean, I have nothing against short guys. I could probably even date a short guy if they're like super charismatic and personality and everything overrides. And personality is number one to me. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have a real problem with it. I mean, just look at Prince. He was a real ladies' man. He had a lot of tall supermodel girlfriends. Like, well, I mean, maybe that's what they looked like compared to him, but he was like 5'3", man. Prince. Let's look at Prince's height. He was a little guy. 5 foot. Oh, no, that's no, not Bruno Mars. Not. Prince. Prince height. 5'2", guys. Prince was only 5'2". Imagine it's like when they're on the stage, they look so much bigger than they actually are, right? Because they're just like the big movements, you know. He would jump onto a piano and he wore high heels. He'd jump to a piano in high heels and jump off of it in those high heels. But yeah, he's a legend, bigger than life, like a modern day Mozart, literally multi-instrumental, super genius. Super musical genius. And he had some of the most beautiful women on his stage and really talented people. He was pretty anal when it came to like copyright. He wouldn't even let Weird Al parody him or look him in the eye. He wouldn't even let Weird Al make eye contact with him. And Weird Al is a cool guy, so he respected it. When Jim Morrison died, there were like 7 women who came out of the woodworks trying to claim his estate because he married them. They had dogs and stuff. Like the dude actually married. Really? Wow. I heard like a story that I'm not sure if it's true, but Janis Joplin used to really get along with Jim Morrison until he like assaulted her when she was leaving. He like totally assaulted her physically, and she just couldn't respect him much after that. I don't know if that's actually true, but it wouldn't surprise me because I heard Jim Morrison was an egomaniac. That I do believe. I love Janis Joplin, by the way. Yeah, Prince has to be like the shortest male artist in history, unless Mozart was that short. People back then, but that doesn't count because people back then were just shorter on average. I'm guessing Mozart was probably like 5'5", 5'6". Let's see, how tall was Mozart? Height. 5'4". He was 5'4". So he was taller than Prince. But people back then were typically very short. Wasn't like the average height in the 1700s, like for a guy 5'6" or something like that? Let's see. Average height for men in the 18th century. In the 18th century, the average height for men was significantly shorter than today, generally ranging between 5'3" and 5'7", depending on region and nutrition. American colonists were generally taller at 5'6" to 5'9". Okay. 5'9" is like the average height for males in America today, isn't it? It's like 5'9", 5'10". Well, European men often are averaged 5'3" to 5'5". Wow, European men were way shorter than Americans back then. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I didn't know that men tended to be shorter in Europe in the 1700s. Must have been because Europe was super poor back then comparatively. I don't know. Regional difference. Early 18th century English males averaged around 65 inches or 5'5", while Irishmen were slightly taller at around 5'6". American colonists' average height for American men during the Revolutionary War era was roughly 5'6" to 5'9", partly due to better access to food compared to Europe. Yeah. Yep. Historical context. Heights had declined from earlier centuries due to the Little Ice Age, increased disease and famine. Military data. Records from the late 18th century or 1790s indicate average heights of soldiers often hovered around 5'6" to 5'7". So around my height. Oh yeah, those web feet are actually kind of rare. I've heard of that. He was 6'2". Oh yeah, he was a giant, George Washington in his day. He was a freaking giant. Yeah, and he had horse teeth. Absolutely. I heard of that too. I thought it was wooden teeth, but he had horse teeth? What? Slaves and horse teeth. Horse teeth. I thought he had wooden teeth. Who would win in a fight between Prince and Mozart? Geez, probably, I have no idea, dude. Like, fudge. Because I don't know, like, I've seen what Prince is like, like his personality in interviews and such like that. He's like he's a no bullshit. He even made his label a symbol so that no one could, like, manipulate it or, or pronounce it. He didn't want his label pronounceable in order to protect it. I don't know how that works, but, like, yeah, he was, Prince was his own person. So was Mozart, undoubtedly. But I've never seen Prince and how he engages with people, so I don't know. I guess you can kind of get an idea through, like, letters and documentation and stuff, but I don't know, like, their height difference isn't all that vast. It's like 2-inch difference. Probably, I don't know. I have no idea. That's impossible to say. Imagine being a redcoats trying to go after that madman in the woods. Yeah. Evolution. Colder weather, shorter limbs allows for greater heat retention. Oh, that's true. That's true. That might be why, like, well, that makes sense, but, like, in a lot of cold regions like the Netherlands, people are really tall. Right? Like, in Holland, you got really tall people. In places like Norway, people are really tall, and it's cold there. But I've seen it where in certain cold regions, people are shorter. Wooden teeth thing's a myth? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, they use all sorts of stuff for false teeth. Yep. Oh, okay. Abe Lincoln was tall, too. Oh, I like some of Billy Joel's music, absolutely. Some of it I don't like, some of it I do like. Some of it's, like, kind of whiny. But I like a lot of it. Both Washington and Lincoln were super tall for their time, and probably one of the reasons why people gravitated to them as presidents. One of the reasons, among many. I mean, they were real good diplomats. They were really smart, and all those things exceed their height. But, like, the height helps. Do you ever notice, like, a lot of presidents tend to be really tall? Oh, yeah, I used to watch epic rap battles all the time. Those are funny. Yeah, but I can't even show you that, though. I don't know who got Princess Esty, but a bunch of people tried to fabricate documents to claim that they were somehow legal heirs. So a lot of people really tried to profit off of his death, which is disgusting. Poor Bob Marley, man. He didn't even have to die, but due to his Rastafarian religion, he didn't go see a doctor for a foot infection or some infection he had, and that's how he died. He would have been alive today, more than likely, if he had just gone to a daggone doctor, man. They gave to be tall in the Neverlands because they're below sea level. JJJ mutated it's in some sort of trust. I don't think that any person inherited it. Yeah. Probably the same thing with Prince here. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, my dad is like 6 foot, was 6'1". He's probably a little shorter now that he's like in his 70s. Peter Tosh. Oh, I have no idea how Peter Tosh died. Legalize it, and I will advertise it. I remember my ex-boyfriend was really into Peter Tosh. Let's see. Peter Tosh. Death. Peter Tosh, the renowned Jamaican reggae musician and former member of the Wailers, was murdered on September 11th, 1987, at age 42. He was killed by a gang of 3 gunmen led by Dennis Lepo Lobman during a violent robbery of his Kingston, Jamaica home. Oh, several others were also injured or killed during the attack. Okay. Yeah, murder during a home invasion robbery. Oh, sad. Wait, I just want to see, like, what happened exactly. How did he get... Was he just shot or what? Okay. On 11 September 1987, after Tosh returned to his home in Jamaica, a 3-man gang came to his house on motorcycles demanding money. Tosh replied that he did not have any with him, but the gang did not believe him. They remained at his residence for several hours and tortured Tosh in an attempt to extort money from him. Over the hours, as various associates of Tosh arrived to visit him, they were also taken hostage by the gunmen. Oh boy. The gunmen included Chief Thug Dennis Lepo Loban, a man whom Tosh had previously befriended and tried to help find work after Loban's release from the lengthy jail sentence. Oh boy. That's why you don't want to trust people like that. Tosh, especially if you got a lot of money. Tosh said he did not have any money in the house, after which Loban and the fellow gunmen opened fire in a reckless manner. Tosh was shot twice in the head and killed. Okay. Herbalist Wilton Doc Brown and disc jockey Jeff the First Dixon also died as a result of wounds sustained during the robbery. Several others in the house were wounded, including Tosh's common-law wife, Andrea Marlene Brown, Free Eye's wife, Yvonne Joy, Tosh's drummer Carlton Santa Davis, and musician Michael Robinson. According to Police Commissioner Herman Ricketts, Loban surrendered and 2 other men were interrogated but not publicly named. Loban pled innocent during his trial, telling the court he had been drinking with friends. Yeah, right. You don't plead. You're not innocent if you kill someone in a drunken driving incident. You know, like bullpucky. The trial was held in a closed court due to the involvement of illegal firearms. Loban was ultimately found guilty by a jury of 8 women and 4 men and sentenced to death by hanging. In 1995, Loban's sentence was commuted and he remained in jail. Oh, damn it. Another suspect was acquitted due to insufficient evidence. The other 2 gunmen were never identified by name. Well, that's so sad, guys. That's so sad. I bet he was just a peace-loving guy, too. Yep. Yep, that's true. JJJ Mewtwo, that happened to Bob Marley because he wouldn't go to the doctor because of his religion. Yeah, I know there's some sort of trust because they sue people trying to use Prince's likeness image. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, he would have been, Bob Marley would have been alive today, Raid the Fairy, if he had just gone to a darn doctor. Christian Thomas, I'm not going to snore for you. I'm not going to dance for you like a monkey. You got some weird snore fetish? I'm 5'7". Uha et toi. Or Uha. I'll just call you Uha. Unless you want to tell me what you'd like for me to call you. But hello. Yeah. Peter Tosh speech at the One Love Peace if you want your mind blown, play the Peter Tosh speech at the One Love Peace concert. I don't want to get copyrighted, but I'll check that out later. I don't know if I'll get copyrighted for just a speech, but I don't want to risk it. I'm watching Elgar's cello concerto, first movement, and I learned what a maestro does. Huh. What does a maestro do? Maestro. Bob died, but they never removed the cancerous toe. Wait, Bob did, but they never removed the cancerous toe, but the doctor did perform removal of toe. Huh? Really? Really? I thought he just didn't go because his religion forbade it. I won't get copyrighted for that. Are you sure? Because I got copyrighted yesterday. I mean, it's other people's video. It's their property. And I've had YouTube tell me like that my video is now blocked off. My live stream's now blocked from people watching it further because of some stupid copyright issue. And it's because I gotta ask permission before I use other people's videos. I don't know if that only applies to movies and music, but I just don't want to risk it right now until I, look more into it. Maestro brings emotion to the music, therefore it keeps everyone in the moment. Okay. Rastafari amputation wasn't allowed. Okay, now that makes sense. Okay, I must have read somewhere like he couldn't get an amputation from the doctor because of his religion. Yeah, okay. Okay, that makes sense, Gary. Yeah. Oh, you guys, my phone's gonna die any minute now. Any minute. Let me see. Before my phone dies, let me share some of my information, my Instagram, my, God dang it, what's it called again? Discord. And I'll share my Cash App and PayPal information as well. Just in case. Yeah, it's about to die any minute. What's the phone battery at? 7%. Guys, thank you for all the likes and everything. Yes, I will come. I'll start another stream this evening. Okay, it's exactly 6 o'clock here right now, so I'll probably do it a little later than anticipated. Just like our live stream here was later than anticipated. But yeah, probably once my phone's charged, it might take till like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. We'll see. But yeah, anticipate. I'll let you know. Let's see. Don't forget to work out, guys. It's very good for recovery. Yes, I am running behind schedule indeed, but you can blame my period and my lack of sleep for that. I mean, it's kind of true. Let's see. So my Discord, I want to share all that with you before my phone dies. Discord is 13573. It might be that. I think I have it memorized. Almost had it. 13473. Emerald underscore wing underscore 13473. Okay, that's my Discord. My Instagram is Anna dot Katrina, what my piano teacher used to call me, dot art. And my PayPal, which I use more than Cash App, but both are a-okay, just as good, is at, capitalize the ANEG 333, ANG 333. And my Cash App, any help is appreciated, but it's not like essential. It's not like I'm not demanding it or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's helpful and appreciated. But most of all, I appreciate you guys coming to my channel. That's what's most important. So Shando the Dog is my. I don't know if I have a P.O. box for fan mail. I'll look into that. But here's this, and then I'll pin it. Okay. So my Instagram's where I have all my art. You can check it out. Discord's where you can DM me if you want to, I don't know, commission me and buy some art. When we work on that painting, I'm painting Vince McMahon, the founder of WWE, essentially, I think, right? Or is it Vince McMahon Jr.? I'm not sure, because I don't know much about the guy, but it was requested that I paint this guy. I don't know much about WWE, but I can appreciate it. That's right. Oh, yeah, you bet I can appreciate it, because I'm all about strength and resilience and yes, so there's that. So later on, I know my phone's dying now. It's a 5% battery life. Yeah, we'll start another stream at like 7:30 or so. 7:30 is probably when it'll be. It's Vincent Kennedy McMahon Jr. Okay, thank you. Thank you, PTS Demon. I'm like the female Joe Rogan. There you go. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind being like a female Joe Rogan. Then I'd be really, 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 really successful. And if that's the case, I should start my own podcast. You know, I should get rich someday then. God, look at the big vein in my head. I might need to drink some water. I love Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan. And I've always loved him. No matter what side of the political spectrum I'm on, I've been on both sides. I've always loved Joe Rogan. He's always been super open-minded to me and like, and you know, intelligent enough to like he's humble enough to change his mind and admit when he's wrong. You know, I like people like that. I trust people like that. I love you too. You would think, but I lost an awful lot of veins when I was injecting. Funny enough, I did not inject much up here because I never had like protruding veins up around this area, or here I should say. But yeah, all this whole area is like kind of fudged. I don't know. It's like, yeah, I don't see any veins anymore there. Me too. Have you noticed a lot of people are turning to Jesus? And this has been predicted in the Bible that people and a lot of Jews will convert to Christianity, and that's all happening in numbers. It's crazy. Oh yeah. Oh, the horse dewormer crap. Are you talking about Joe Rogan? Wait, what are you talking about? I can't believe he didn't sue CNN over the way they filtered his video after he got COVID and made. Oh, that was Joe Rogan. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, that was crazy. Well, maybe he's just too laid back and, makes enough money, so it's like, fuck it, I'm the kind of like that too with money. If I have enough to sustain myself and enjoy my life, it's like I'm not a go-getter. That's just not my personality. Maybe he's the same way in that regard. Yeah, he is steadfast in his belief of being open to listening to the ideas of others. That's cool. I like that. But he doesn't hesitate to call someone an idiot when they're an absolute idiot, like the flat earthers. Like, he'll call those people out. The truth always comes out, my friend. And slander is not cool. Well, that's terrible. Yeah. Yeah, then that's something else. Like, they deserve to learn a big lesson after that. They deserve some lesson. They deserve to be punished for that. Yeah. Yeah, I think he should have made a point. Absolutely. And if that were the case if someone did that to me, I'd want to expose them. Yeah, you can't just go slandering people that hard and blatant. They'll keep doing it unless sued to oblivion. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Trump sued them and they eased up a bit since. Yep. Yep. Because they know Trump's super powerful and he could expose them. That's the reason why a lot of these corrupt people don't like Trump, is because he's going to expose them. They rely on a lot of naivete, those people, like telling people all these lies and just assuming that despite the fact that they've all been debunked, people are still going to believe it. Well, guys, we're now at 2% battery life. So, in case you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. And just so you know, again, I'm going to be here starting another live stream tonight here at Pacific Standard Time at 7:30. Okay? 7:30. Let me... Okay, in fact... Let me... Oopsie. Uh-oh. Hey, baby boy. Hi, dears. I love you. I love you, just a big muffin. Oh, Shando's got a little tiny pecker compared to a lot of other dogs I've noticed. For how big he is. He got a small ding-dong. Is that why you're so sensitive? I'll kick your ass. Yep. Thanks, guys. Thank you for promoting my channel. Helping me to promote my channel. I appreciate it much. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please like. Please share. If you'd like. And, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, okay? I'll see you guys, catch you on the flip side, and if I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Actually, you know what? I will see you again. At 7:30 or 8, we'll see, okay?
I bet, yeah. We want it to start charging now. Okay. Peter Tosh speech at the One Love Peace concert. Got it. I'll take a screenshot in case I forget. Okay. I'm gonna do that actually right now. Peter Tosh speech at the One Love Peace concert. Okay. Bye-bye, guys. See you later. I'm looking forward to painting with you guys.